Episode 9.
Woo!
It has been so
Only a half hour
long.
late.
Only like 31 minutes late.
Y'all welcome.
Basically on time.
Early for me.
It's fine. It's fine.
Is he so
Carrie.
upset right now?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Izzy, I'm late to everyone's game. Why do you think that you would be any different?
Because we have
Hey,
such
you should
limited time. We have to be done by like 6 on the dot because we're friggin' unlocked.
Completely.
That's pretty much the only reason.
I feel like you should kick her out.
I feel like you should kick her.
Do it.
Well, doing it.
Alright. Fucking sweet.
Kick her off of Maha. I'll take over from here.
Sure. Take over when it's 95% done, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, I'll take all the credit.
I knew that you would. I've always had this feeling that you were gonna do that to me, buddy.
Alright, so I'm gonna roll some dice and we'll see who wants to recap last game.
Oh, fuck.
It'll be Carrie.
I know. I'm that kind of asshole.
Carrie enjoys things.
I do.
Let's see.
Logan
Okay.
with 2,500 bits.
Oh,
All
Look,
right.
Twitch is having a sale on bits, so I have some crazy hacks. Thank you.
yeah. I do my butt. David's taking over. Fucking wish.
All right. Looks like it's Guy. What happened last time, Guy?
Well, last time we tracked down didn't track down, we were led to this laboratory where they're apparently experimenting on people who don't have quirks to give them quirks. And battles, some went better than others.
Ridiculous.
I personally almost got shot in the face. And Hanson, he like a bro, he had my back there. Brinny, sorry for almost getting a shot.
Yeah, damn right.
And
I had
made
that
our way-
situation under control. Go on.
yeah, you really did. And then yeah, we made our way to this center, central part of the lab where apparently the chief of police is being held prisoner. A lot happened last week when you really break it down to the broad strokes.
Yeah. There were some shenanigans going on,
Indeed.
but yeah, that's pretty much the
We
broad
also
strokes
have
of
a
it.
flashbang in the most cat-like way possible.
Indeed.
Mhm.
Make sure.
What you need to know previously on. There you go.
Yeah, I believe there were some like other minor things that happened. Like Brinny was consoling one of the prisoners she found in a sort of observation-looking area that was just caked in blood. Seemed to be suffering from PTSD, but she seemed to calm him down a bit. And you also found the prisoner holding cell area with a bunch of the missing citizens, one of whom was calling to you saying that the chief had been taken into the next room where you found him there. And looked like Tor, Ernest, and Hanson and Guy ran in there to go investigate that. And, yeah, that's pretty much everything. That's where we left off. Should we just jump into it?
May as well.
Cool. Who still remembers how to play this game?
Not at all.
Cool.
I remember how to do this. Yeah.
That'll show ye.
You did it.
You roll. Are you gonna like try and break the
I-
glass? I hope that's why you're doing a physique check.
I go over and throw him
No!
to his death.
Okay.
God's just like, no. No,
Okay,
you
champ.
don't.
Okay, but seriously, I'll kill you. Okay, so you guys rush into help this citizen that you hear has been taken off to be experimented upon. And upon entering this gigantic circular room with just like a lot of like operating equipment and things lying around, and this gigantic just floor to ceiling glass tube in the center of it. And within that tube is Police Chief McChangstein, who, judging by how many bloody knuckle prints are on the inside of the glass, he has been trying to escape for a little while. It's not been having much success, as it seems. And kind of hears you guys coming in, turns around, and, shit, it's you guys. No.
Oh god, it's him.
What's going on
Hello.
there, you guys?
So,
we met a friend.
Oh, okay.
An old friend, you could say.
I just want to establish here really quick that neither of us are where we're supposed to be, so you can't yell at us.
Oh, Ernest makes a amazing point.
Yeah, that's not really my concern at the moment. Can you or can you not get me out of here?
I can certainly try.
What's it worth to ya?
They're not in the room.
I'm yelling it.
Oh no!
Yeah, the sound really carries, you know. Did you actually say that, or are you doing a bit?
Oh no, I'm saying that.
Okay. Are you serious? Disembodied voice of what I assume to be a small girl?
I mean,
Touch the
yeah.
glass.
Like, you were super mean to our friends, and you seem to not like us. So why should we help you, other than being heroes?
Okay, if we're gonna have an extended conversation, I feel like maybe you should move closer.
I feel like maybe you should be nicer to us if you want us to help you.
Ridiculous!
You shouldn't yell at my friend Brandy. How dare you?
Well, Ernest and I are just standing as still as possible.
Tor, you said you wanted to punch the glass?
Yes,
Roll physique for me.
Did.
I will do
And
that.
then he killed him. Oh,
And then I
fuck.
rolled a 7.
Okay, so despite how incredibly powerful, like you feel a shockwave off of that punch, the glass appears pretty much unharmed.
I have tried everything I can.
Wait,
Thus, you are trapped in there forever.
the person that I'm standing with is the person we were looking for, right?
You don't know?
Oh crap. I mean, they have a big old S on them, so I carry. No, but Brittany does not.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Who says that this S person is any different from all these C people?
Izzy, to examine the glass, is that investigate or crafts?
I'd say investigate.
I wanted to
But,
see if I can find some structural weakness.
Isn't that like a control panel in front of it?
Yes it is.
Yeah, maybe look at that.
Okay. Yeah. I'll investigate the control panel then.
We just
Should I hit
punching
it?
glass.
Not my area of expertise.
Yeah, right? But we have like a tech guy with us, and he's like, "I'll punch the glass."
I wasn't
Oh!
punch the glass. I was gonna find a way to break it with gadgets.
Oh no, it's a -1.
Okay, so, you investigate this control panel, but it seems to be password protected, and, you try a couple things that you think might be the password, like you try password 1 2 3 4,
I was gonna say.
all that kind of shit, just to see, like, you know, a lot of people are pretty lazy with their passwords. There's a solid chance it would work, but yeah, nothing you think to try works. It's
9 times out of 10 that works.
it's locked down. And then, as you're trying this, you hear a voice over a loudspeaker. Oh, I don't think that will be working out for you.
You have a dumb accent.
How dare you!
Oh no, he's foreign.
Oh my god.
He's bafflingly foreign.
As you Fucking hell. As you, what is it? As you hear this voice over the loudspeaker, a light in, like, the north of the room kind of clicks on. Oh, that is the opposite of what I was trying to do.
Oh,
Whoops.
There we go.
There you
oh,
A light clicks on at the north of the room. He's about 30 feet up. There's a glass window, and there appears to be a man. He's kind of shadowy. The room behind it isn't as well lit as the room you're in. So he kind of looks like he's wearing a similar kind of owl-looking jumpsuit as the other guys you've run into, but his seems to be yellow. I believe you will find getting in there quite impossible, heroes.
Well, what's the password?
What? Are you I'm not going to tell you.
Why
But
not?
what's the password?
Because you are interfering with my work.
What is your work?
What am I doing? What? You've gotten all the way here and you don't even know the great things we are trying to accomplish here?
I mean, we got some idea, but that... Tor needs a little extra push.
Of course we know. We're just testing you.
Tor.
He's just like, fucking like a head in his hand, just like massaging his, like, the bridge of his nose. Or what you assume to be the bridge of his nose through his mask.
Perfect.
Yeah. It's like, criminy. Okay. Maybe, fine. Maybe explaining it to you will make you understand why you need to leave.
Oh no, he's gonna monologue.
We are,
Keep trying, Pass.
we are,
Can I roll to see if wait,
I'm
roll to see if instead of password I can just like messing with it back underneath.
like mess with the wires.
Yeah, like see if I can just like get through it.
I don't even notice you're doing that, dude.
Are you gonna try and like
I'm distracting him with my
stealth
words.
it?
Oh, alright, cool.
I mean,
I am
you're
distracting him.
you're in full view of this guy. You may need to roll like a stealth check.
All right, let's.
Towards a wall.
I am Wall.
Oh boy. So stealth then crafts or
Yeah, we'll roll stealth first.
Okay.
So, yeah, he
Certainly an attempt.
very
Average.
plainly sees you like slowly ducking down, unscrewing the panel beneath this control panel, and just yanking it off. What do you think you're doing?
nothing. I'm admiring the handiwork. It's really great craftsmanship back here. You guys are amazing geniuses. Like this is just top-notch stuff here.
Huh, indeed. Well, I don't want to be interrupted again, so clicks a few things on his
you
panel
wait
up there.
before. Don't you go ahead, make your big evil speech.
He clicks a few buttons on his panel, and the panel in front of you guys goes dark.
Shit.
Oh no, I am scared of the dark. Ernest, hold me.
Only the panel has gone dark. The room still has lights. As I was saying, we are doing important things here. Surely, living in this town, you have faced discrimination for... You've seen, at least, this discrimination against the quirkless. They're treated like garbage.
I'm looking at Changstein as he says this.
He, like, doesn't notice you looking at him for a second, and then he, like, sees you out of the corner of his eye. Well, I stand by it.
What a dick bag.
You're a butthole.
It gets worse every day as the quirkless community becomes more of a minority. Less and less sympathy. People have less and less sympathy for them. So I took it upon myself to correct this problem. If evolution sought to not give them quirks, then I would do it for them.
This is the first time I've ever heard of a villain having a stroke in the middle of his evil speech.
Yes, thank you. Moving past it.
How dare you? He's doing fine. He's stressed out. There's children ruining his fine life.
I've just wanted to say, you know, it's just, you know, first adventure. I was hoping we'd fight a professional.
Fuck it, first adventure. Why would we fight a professional? We would die.
You right.
Can I talk to this person and try to convince them to come with me into the next room so that I'm not in the other room?
Sure, we'll cut away to Brittany for a second. What are you trying here? Because basically this lady you're trying to get to come with you is behind pretty similar looking glass to the other room, like pretty thick. But there is a control panel for every like 2 cells.
Oh, I thought we like opened all of them last time.
No, they're locked down.
Oh shit. I really need like a guy or someone to come fucking figure that out and get that shit fucking open. Crap.
No, I mean you can take a look at it.
Okay. I'm gonna look
Try to
at it
signal me?
and see if I can figure. Well, yeah, 'cause I'm gonna be like, "Hey, guy, can you like come help me out with this real quick? Just walk away from the fucking villain." Like you're not gonna come help me, not right now. Oh, it's Logan. Logan, the villain's revealed himself.
Ah, the villain.
Mm-hmm.
Goldbird! Of course!
Silly one.
Yes.
But yeah, okay. I'm gonna look at the control panel and see if I can open this.
All right. Yeah. Roll to like investigate it.
Oh, good.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's about right.
no.
That's about right.
So this control panel may as well be Greek to you. Like you got no idea what's going on. Some buttons are some different colors, but
Oh.
yeah, not a lot seems very
So-
clear.
Could I have put the code in so incorrectly that it has broken and opened?
Well, if we're trying to break the machine to try to make it suddenly do what we want, I have a proposition to make.
Are you gonna walk away from the dude who's like mwahaha villain to come and help me in the next
Oh,
room?
am I engaged with him currently? 'Cause
Yeah.
Everyone else is. I'm trying to get Brenny from this other room into the main room where shit's going down. And I'm just like,
Alright, describe
oh no, a control panel.
Describe to me how this guy is separated from us and whatnot.
Okay, so yeah, he is behind like a glass window, about 30 feet up. He's kind of in shadow. The room he's in isn't very well lit. But from what you have seen, the glass that's encasing Chief McChangstein is the same kind of glass that he is behind, and it has proved very difficult to break.
And guy's working on the control panel right now.
Right,
off
and
the
yeah, he turned off the power for the control panel.
You're right.
So I don't know if this thing's like gonna. Has anyone tried to hit the McChangstein's cell yet?
You think
Have
that's
you?
not the first thing Tor did?
That was Tor's
like a 7
opener
on physique.
move.
It didn't like shock you or anything, did it?
No, it just, it made a big old boom and just didn't
Alright.
leave a scratch on it.
Dude, you
So-
got fucking 7 in physique and it didn't do anything, so.
Hanson would like to also try to do this, mostly due to if you build it, I can break it. I feel like the thing he would do is
I
try
love-
to break it.
I love that this is all happening at the same time. Like Tor tries and is like, it will be quite impossible to enter my second. Boom. Will you please listen?
I'm trying to monologue here.
You only get so many opportunities to monologue to superheroes. Can you not let me enjoy it?
No.
Oh,
What must I roll for this attempt?
Roll. Let's see. What would you normally roll to attack? I think it's you would just roll fight.
Fight.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Hanson, about to be his Hanson-y self. Ah!
Oh.
Ah, 2.
Yeah. Yeah?
Chat says they can't see the rolls.
Oh, yeah, that's intentional.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, it's set up so they can only see the map.
Ah, because DM side stuff?
Yeah.
Between games, I could help you get over that issue if you want me to come help you with that by setting up a second instance of Fantasy Grounds.
Oh, yeah. That,
But between games.
yeah, we'll try that next time. Yeah, that might be a better way to go. Yeah, so you attempt to punch it, but just like with Tor, you don't really seem to do any damage. You just hear...
Hanson, I have already tried that, and I am stronger than you. It would have never worked.
Yes.
First of all, how about you go fuck yourself? Second of all, you're not fucking yourself yet. Third of all, I wanted to try. Fourth of all, hey, what's up? I zoned out there for a while.
You did. Your eyes were very glazed over.
If anyone's gonna fuck you, it's gonna be me.
It's gonna be me.
Hello, new boy. I don't suppose you would like to, leave and let me continue my important work. Eh?
Even if we did leave, we just end up telling people what you're doing here.
It's like a long pause. I had not considered this. Okay.
Idiot.
Bro, is that like? Come on, man. How long you been at this?
I have been... I have not... I have dealt with many superheroes over my long and storied career.
Are you also learning? Are you going to like a villain school or something?
There is no such thing as villain school.
I don't know.
That makes sense. You've dealt with a whole lot of superheroes in the past, but you haven't dealt with us.
Yes.
So I can kind of tell there's not a villain school.
What do I have to roll to high
I don't get it.
So what do you say if you want to keep us quiet, you come down here and try to deal with us yourself, like the big bad villain you're supposed to be? Otherwise, we'll skedaddle on out of here and, I don't know, tell the army or whoever we tell in a world with fucking heroes. Probably heroes. Fucking heroes.
I admit this does present a problem, but I may have a creative solution. He taps some buttons on his console, and you hear some whirring from the inside of the tube that McChangstein is in.
It's gonna build water, isn't it?
Not exactly. Some kind of metallic arms reach down from the ceiling inside of the tube. Two of them grab McChangstein's arms and just pull them taut. And then a third arm with a very nasty looking needle comes up behind his neck and just shams in there.
Oh, he's gonna Hulk him.
Yeah, he's helping.
What the hell did you just shoot me up with? Oh, the answer to your prayers, officer. I'm making you whole again.
Oh, shit.
And, yeah, pretty much as soon as he finishes saying that, Changstein's skin just begins to, like, vibrate and, like, pulse, like there's stuff trying to, like, poke through, and he seems to be getting, like, larger and larger until, like, he can almost not be contained by the cell.
Not good.
Yeah, after a few moments, what looks like just pale white spikes seem to just start protruding from every inch of his body, just, like, ripping his skin and clothes apart. And, at this point, he's probably a good, like 20 feet tall. And, as he finishes this transformation, the glass can no longer hold him, begins to crack, and just explode outward.
That was very strong glass.
And let's see here. Bat.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Ah!
Someone forgot to color him!
Someone punch his shins!
Oh no, that's a damn shame. Blood's gonna show against that fur. Spikes? That.
They're spikes. From pretty cursory observation, they look like bone.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Okay, that's a good question from chat. How tall is the roof?
Probably a good, like, 100 feet.
Cool.
It's real
'cause
tall.
you'd mentioned he was like 30 feet up in his little glass dome, right?
Yeah.
So there's at least
Yeah.
that much headroom.
And, yeah, we should probably, roll some initiative.
Ridiculous.
That is just silly.
Let's see,
Why would
so...
we roll initiative? I'm sure McShanksy's going to be completely reasonable and
As Hanson gets back into a fighting position, he's just gonna like get back and get ready to go, and then he's like, okay, so if I get knocked out, which is likely someone else needs to use the finisher, Officer McChankstein, you have the right to remain unconscious. If I don't do it, someone else has to do it.
All right, I'll do it.
Thank you.
He just lets out a bestial roar that, like, seems to rattle the very building, and he looks like he is ready for blood.
Oh, jeez, I feel
He's
like I
ready
gotta
for
go.
Maybe his own blood.
Ha! Got him!
Got him.
I'm looking for the initiative roll.
You just roll athletics, and, tell me what you get.
Oh shit, I didn't do that. But,
Blah.
Look at my straight roll.
God damn it.
I don't know, seems a little gay.
Get all of this.
Three.
That
fucking
roll is way
threes.
interested in the opposite sex.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
How are we gonna resolve this, Tor? We both got the same number, and we both
And
have the
guy.
same modifier.
And guy.
And
Yeah.
Roll again?
Well, in Guy's case, I would resolve it as because your modifier's lower, I would put us ahead of you. But
But
when
with-
he and I are the same.
Sorry.
What do we do? What do we do, DM?
Shit.
Should we roll against each other and then just
Sorry.
get fucking whoever wins that one?
Sure.
All right.
Hiya!
And should I roll again, or
Yes!
do we go with the
Fuck you!
Fucking, yeah, because, freaking guy also
Keep
rolled a
telling you I'm
3.
stronger than you.
No, you're
Why
not.
don't you believe me?
What'd you say?
Guy also rolled a 3, so you would re-roll 2.
Yeah, but his modifier is low. That was logic.
My point was is
Oh.
because in D&D normally if there's an initiative clash, the person with the higher dexterity or initiative modifier gets to go first.
Gotcha.
It's a simple way to, but you can do whatever
Yeah,
you
but
want.
it's your call.
honestly.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Still a lot going on. I'm, not sure the best way to do this. Okay, so looks like a guy got like a 4.
As did Hanson.
Hanson, shit.
I'm in Anderson Brady got the same, but Brady has a higher modifier. So. You're fine.
Crud.
I feel like it should probably be Tor Hansen guy, just
Agreed.
like with all the factors that we have in play.
Tor and Hanson.
And by that I mean Hansen, Tor Hansen, Guy Hansen.
Let's just go Hanson, Hanson. Other guy once, then Hanson.
Why
At
do
the end of
we
each
call it
initiative,
Soupcan?
at
Why
the
don't
end
we
of
just call
every
it Hanson?
initiative, you guys collectively get one turn that you can decide who gets to use it. That seems fair to
amazing
me.
friends.
What a fair compromise.
Hansen and friend, I only have one. You interchange as necessary.
Oh my god.
I just while Izzy's getting that all set up, just in the moment of pausing, appreciate Guy, the one without powers, is the closest to this creature, and apparently the one who is directly like making eye contact with him.
Oh.
What are you talking about? You're fine.
What?
You got the heart of a champion. You know, you just 1v1 him.
Just I don't know about this one.
You're fine. Let the battle begin.
Hey, you're fine. Let the battle begin!
Johnny Cage at Mortal Kombat right now.
Okay. Tor, you, I guess you were up first.
All right. So, I go over to him, cover my fists in the dirt as sort of a protection from his spiky dudes, and I will like try to punch him in his knee.
Okay. Keep
The
it
left one.
left one. All right. Roll me fight.
All right. Do I? Oh, right. Yeah, I rolled. I use
Oh.
my strength or whatever for damage, I think.
Yeah, you roll fight to see if it hits, and then you add a little bit more damage based on your physique.
Yes.
I
Die. Shit.
wish that initiative was a competition so that I could apply my fire in my belly skill.
Never.
Yeah, well.
Good.
If I make it mentally.
Get over it, nerd.
Okay.
Oh, you're being so mean today.
Why are you being a butthole?
Why are you
I don't know
this
what you're
way?
talking about.
Where's the sweet boy we remember?
He's dead.
No.
Along with half of the universe.
No!
Oh no!
All right. So he rolled a lot higher than a 2.
Oh, really? Who
Yeah.
could have foreseen this? The giant fucking bone gorilla or whatever it fucking is. Or the boy. The dirt boy.
Bone gorilla versus dirt boy.
Here we go.
Gotcha. Okay. So thankfully, since you were covering your fists in dirt, your initial attempt at punching him didn't hurt you, given how just absolutely covered in spikes he is. But he does kind of retaliate when that punch doesn't really do a whole lot.
Ridiculous.
And he kind of kicks you backward a little bit.
Egg.
Just winds up and just punts you against that wall. Yeah.
That wasn't very nice.
You managed to shirk off the brunt of it, though. Like, Tor's a tough boy. So,
Yeah.
he's doing okay.
So, I'm quite tough.
So that will be your turn.
All right, Officer McChangstein.
All right, let's see. In his semi-conscious form, who has pissed him off the most in the past that, like, his lizard brain would kind of remember?
Gale.
I was gonna say. I think it's good.
Probably Gale, but he is unconscious in another room, I guess.
Oh no.
Flashbang did a number.
I would probably, like, if given a turn, I'd totally be using Fight Me You Won't to try to provoke him, if that helps your decision at all.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right.
Pretty safe, right?
So having punted Tor away, he turns to Hansen, and he seems to be just like rearing up like a gigantic claw, swinging through the air, ready to just pounce at you. Right on. And
Come at me, you giant bony nerd.
I can get him.
You bone nerd.
all
What shall I
right.
roll back against him? Will I roll fight?
Yes, can you roll me fight, please?
I got a 4.
Damn.
Ooh, okay. So, you manage to definitely, you mostly move out of the way, but you do kind of get some good scrapes as his fist just passes by you, and you take about 2 stress worth of damage.
Hold on, though. I would like to take that as a mild consequence.
Yes.
What is my
Ooh.
consequence?
Let's see. We'll say it's gashed arm.
Gashed arm. Thanks for the +1, Scrub Lord.
Oh dear God. And yeah, is he gonna try to do anything else? Think he's gonna go for a second attack on you.
What absolute butthole.
You're right.
I agree.
Roll me another fight if you would.
Yeah. Let's see. I get to add a +1 to this now. Wah! Ah.
Ooh, alright. So he winds up with the other arm, takes another swipe at you, and, that's another 2 stress.
Yeah, I'll just take that one.
Yeah? Alright, so that one isn't nearly as bad. You managed to, avoid most of it. It's getting pretty hard to fully dodge this guy, but you're doing an admirable job so far. And
I don't want to immediately take my moderate box. So I'm just gonna take that as damage.
gotcha. Alright, it is now your turn, Hanson.
All right. So Claymore, which I imagine was already out, given where we are, going to use that, and I'm going to go for an attack on this boy. I'm gonna rush him.
Alright, do it.
All right. +1.
Hurt him.
Ah! Come on, Hanson.
Okay, I'm gonna have him roll. Oh, shit.
You have a +5 right now, boy.
Okay. Go. Alright. So you're kind of still getting the hang of, like, how to fight this guy a little bit. So your claymore does not exactly find purchase, and you kind of just ding off of his spiky armor. And,
See, what I need right here is more cuts. I need more cuts on my body. Cut me more.
He succeeded with style, so...
Does that work if you're defending?
Yes.
Huh?
I think so?
Because I know the 4 outcomes to you taking an action are fail, tie, succeed, succeed with style, but fail is fail your action or succeed at a major cost.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I guess don't get... I'll have to look that up later, but yeah, I guess for now we'll say that defending against an attack with style doesn't get you anything.
Because your role technically is just a contest meant to basically establish DC. I'm pretty sure, if you're on the other side of a thing.
More or less, yeah. Yeah, I'll look that up later.
Yeah, I'm also not sure about this, so just clarifying.
Yeah.
Call for now.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that dings off of his armor, but you don't suffer any kind of like ill effects.
Oh,
Damn.
wait, he's also wearing armor on his weird spiky bony.
No, I think
No,
the spiky bony body is like functioning as armor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah, he didn't also put on like plate mail.
Which then also has thorns all over it.
Legendary bulletproof vest.
Oh my god.
And then he puts on safety goggles because it's important to be safe in the workspace.
Alright. So unless you want to move, that would be your action.
Yeah.
Cool. Alright.
Take that.
Ernest!
Over here now.
What you got, my boy?
Ernest.
So, what do I have that can
no,
help me out
whoa.
here?
Wait.
I don't think it would be my turn.
Yeah, Ernest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
the
just got
turn.
a 1, yeah.
I should be going last. I'm fine to go whenever.
Ah, shit.
But
Terrible math, my boy. Terrible math.
Sorry, everyone's rolling so many things, it's hard to keep it straight. I'm sorry.
You can do it so well. You can do it. There you go.
Okay. So then...
It's Guy.
Alright, Guy.
yeah, there we go.
Right. Let's see. Oh boy, that's a big boy, but I want to invoke never accept your limits, and I pull up my taser chaku.
Oh, shit.
Alright, but you do that after you roll.
Yeah,
Am I
you
wrong?
can add that to your roll afterwards.
Yeah.
So I pull up my taser chaku, and I vault over the control panel. I'm gonna take a shot at bringing down this fucking great oak. Going for the kneecaps with the taser chaku.
Of course, bone being made of blood is highly fucking conductive, says Hanson, certain about what he said.
Okay, you guys need to go to class more often, so I'm saying.
Let us go back to school. Shit.
That's why I'm using the taser chaku instead of just a stun gun. You know, it's a little bit of brunt force to it too.
Okay, roll. Are you trying to attack him or create an advantage?
I'm attacking him. I'm going for those ankles. I'm just trying to chop away.
All right. Then roll fight.
Do I get plus anything for never accept your limits?
You roll it.
You
and then
roll
if
it
you wanna
out.
add the bonus onto it afterwards. You
Yeah.
can. But you'll have to use your fate point to invoke that, I believe.
Yes.
Well,
Okay.
I don't think the +2 will push that to a point where it'll do damage to him.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna roll. I'm sorry.
Hiya!
Okay, so he rolled a 3, which is a fair bit more than -2.
you're impaled on his bony armor and die. Like this.
How sad would that be? He just leaps into the air and impales himself.
Yeah.
I'll never accept my limits!
So
Gets hit and flies back. Ah, my limits!
okay.
So what happens? 'Cause
Okay,
He
so-
rolled a 3 to my -2.
Yes. So, when you invoke an aspect, you can take a +2, or you can use that as a reroll if a +2 would be guaranteed to not do anything.
Oh, okay.
A reroll?
Yeah.
I mean, you-
I feel like you literally can't do worse than you just did.
Yeah.
So
Something.
pretty higher.
Yeah, that's a fair bit higher. And make sure you tick off a use of one of your fate points.
Okay. So no fates.
Gotcha. Okay. So, yeah, building up your courage, like not accepting your limits in the face of such insurmountable odds, you leap at this guy. It's brave, but he is still just too much. Like, just jumping at him with tasers does not seem to be the optimal strategy here, and he bats you away.
Like electric Bruce Lee.
Of course.
I hate him.
So he bats me away. Am I just back where I was on the other side of the control panel, or does he fling me across the room? Like what?
I don't think he hits you too hard. He only failed by 2, so... oh, shit, no.
By the 2.
Trying to
Yeah,
grab
got
you.
3.
Yeah.
And how much damage do I get from the spikes?
From that, nothing. Because he was just a
Because I was gonna say I'm still suffering from my mild cauterized stab wound.
Oh no! Quick, give me that. To be fair, all of my wounds are probably cauterized. To be fair,
Yeah.
always, forever.
Yeah, no, you managed to avoid any, like, real serious damage. It's mostly just being pushed back.
Okay, well that's just depressing.
Alright, Brittany.
Oh god. Okay.
Do you want to, Brittany?
I need to. Okay. I need to try and get from here to the other room because my friends are in fucking trouble. Okay. So I'm gonna say the hostage. I'm the fucking person that we're trying to rescue. I'm super sorry, and like we're heroes, and we're like here to help you. But like I need to go help my friends in the next room because I feel like something really bad's going down. I can see that something really bad's going down. I gotta go, but I need you to stay like right here because once we're done with that over there, we're gonna help you. Okay.
Oh, yeah, she totally understands. Like, yeah, I get it. Go, help them.
Okay. I can like make it to the room, right?
It is 1 zone away, so that's not too far. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, cool. Hi.
Yeah. Good luck!
Thank you. Okay.
Brittany!
Hi. He's
If you take him down and I'm unconscious, you need to say, Officer McChangstein, you have the right to remain unconscious. Promise me you'll do this.
That's so cool.
All right, cool.
Okay.
We're all on the same
He's
page.
really, really big. I'm gonna try to shoot him with water in his mouth and maybe drown him.
Okay.
The perfect plan.
Also,
Shoot water up his nose. It'll be really uncomfortable.
Yo, yeah.
I know this is like very, very different from D&D, so I just want to make sure you guys know, like, straight up attacking is often not the way to go.
Okay.
You can overcome, you can create an advantage, attack, or defend is normal,
Oh,
just
okay.
depending on
Then,
attacks.
okay. I want to try to create an advantage for like Hanson or something. Fucking whatever.
All right,
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
what are you gonna try and do?
Fucking, I don't know, because you just told me about this thing.
What if you make the ground under them all slippery?
Oh, what an excellent call. I'm gonna do that, yeah.
All right, so then why don't you roll me shoot?
Would I be able to, like, fucking, again, it's like zones, right? Like, so once I'm in this room, I can move wherever I want, right? Or no?
Yeah, movement is pretty freeform in
Okay,
Fate.
okay, then I would like to go. I want to go here.
Okay.
Okay, and then would it, if I just want to like shoot a whole bunch of water like at his feet, would that just be like a straight shoot? Because I'm not like emptying the clip or anything.
Yeah, just roll shoot.
Oh, that's pretty
Oh,
good.
that's pretty good. And I will roll. Let's see here.
What was it? I think the amount that you get on the roll to create an advantage determines how many, like, times you can invoke that advantage.
Really? Oh, nice.
Like
I-
with every time we play Fate card, to the book I go.
I believe if you beat the DC to create the advantage, you automatically get a free invoke.
Oh, cool.
But if you succeed with style, it's like 2 free invokes.
Oh.
And then any time after that, as long as that aspect you created is still in play, it just costs a fate point to make use of it.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay. So you definitely create that slick of water. He's a little unsteady on his feet, but he's not like slipping up just yet. But it could potentially be a problem for him.
Excellent. Okay, I am good. That is my turn.
Yes. So I'm just gonna make like a pencil mark to denote that there's like that puddle of water in play.
Excellent.
That water poodle.
Yeah, I did it.
There we go. So we don't forget about it. Okay. Ernest, you're up.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we're actually up.
What can I eat that can help?
Damn, what
guess.
you got?
I guess.
You ate steel last time, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say, it
Like-
says in your thing that you're a steel boy.
Yeah, I shouldn't have. Do I still have that on right now?
I mean, if it was like during the last session where you were just in this facility, it would still be in your stomach, I imagine.
Okay. Then I'm also going to eat kangaroo meat. And I'm going to
Holy
become
shit.
a jump boy.
To develop the ability to keep your young in a pouch on your stomach, of course!
Of course.
Face the wrath of my unconscious cat child, Gold Owl.
Yay!
So, to be clear, you have now metamorphosized into a steel kangaroo man of sorts.
Yes.
God.
Steel kangaroo sounds like a boxer.
I am now the steel kangaroo.
Let me see.
What can I still do having taken the time to eat that?
One sec. Let me just check what I wrote down for how your powers work.
Okay.
Quick, steel kangaroo, shoot him with your gun.
I will. Eat lead, steel kangaroo.
Okay, I
Come to
think
think of it, having a villain scream "Eat lead," Ernest can actually respond with "Okay."
I'm
I
not.
don't know.
I'm okay with that. Yeah, I think we said, like, eating stuff was, like, basically a free action, bonus action, whatever the terminology is in this game.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna eat that, and then I don't know what kind of bonuses I get necessarily from being both steel and a kangaroo.
I would say you're definitely faster. You can jump real high.
Okay.
And you're definitely got some defense on you.
So what we may want to do, depending on how things go, is we may want to just create a massive series of advantages and then like pass them to one person.
That's
I
probably
wonder what person we should pass them to.
Tor, because he's the strongest.
You're right!
It's true.
Here's the thing though, now that I have this lovely scab on my arm, I'm the strongest, because that's how Hanson works. Okay, I'll focus on getting hurt a whole bunch. You guys focus on
The perfect plan.
the perfect
Alright. So I want to create an advantage by moving around quickly and jumping around a bunch and just being very distracting and making me the target, hopefully.
Get him, metal marsupial.
I'm going. Metal
Gotcha.
marsupial's doing it.
All right. So,
Athletics.
yeah, roll athletics with like a +2.
Okay. Alright. And then athletics. Nah. No!
My boy.
Ah!
All right. Let me just
Oh no.
I tried.
Oh, kangaroo, no!
Gotcha. Okay, so you're trying to like bounce around him to try and get his attention. Weirdly, you are going so quickly, and he is on the slower side. He just kind of gives up and decides not to focus on you.
Oh no.
Saying he's too effective to be effective.
In this particular weird instance, yes.
Curses.
He has gone so fast that mutated McChangstein does not believe that trying to follow him would be a good use of his time.
Curse him.
I have
Okay.
an idea.
I believe you.
All
But
right.
it doesn't require anyone else's help currently, so you'll see it on my turn.
Oh boy, I'm excited.
All
Get out
right.
of your horse.
So Horace is just kind of up in the stands, tenting his fingers menacingly, and that's pretty much his turn. Gale's unconscious in another room.
Also blind and deaf.
Yeah.
That's his problem.
He's having a real bad time. Tor.
All right. I will go up and I'm gonna try to grapple him. Try to jump on him.
Tor!
Hiya!
It is worth noting that since that's there, technically he can use his NPC fate points to invoke that as well, but it will cost him that, but
Indeed.
it's on the table.
Yes.
Hmm.
So
That is fine.
keep in mind that's an option I can throw at you.
All right. I will do a grapple thing, which I add a +2 to for being a grappler.
Okay.
Hiya! 7.
Huh.
Well,
boy.
Okay.
well.
So he's gonna.
Hiya!
Okay. Yeah, you do it. Okay. So
do it.
you manage to grab a hold of one of his legs and, beyond all logic, somehow hold this gigantic dude in place.
Yeah.
So you do have him grappled. Unfortunately, while your hands are covered in dirt, your torso isn't. So you take about 2 stress from the spikes poking into your chest as you're like just gripping onto him as tight as you can.
Oh
That is
no!
But
Dude.
yeah, he is now grappled, so that's gonna make his movement a little more difficult. Let's see here. It is McChangstein's turn. Alright, so he would very much like to start moving about, but it seems there is a tiny yet very strong boy just attached to his leg. So he's going to try and remedy that situation. He's just going to raise his fist above his head and just swipe it down at you.
Yeah.
And can you roll me, shit. I guess physique. Because you wouldn't...
Okay, can I add my thing because I'm grappler, or?
Where's the... Let me look up the grappler thing again. All the rules for that.
It says, like, +2 to physique rolls made to create advantages on an enemy by wrestling or grappling with them, or... Yeah.
You already created the advantage. So that's done. But you do have a free invoke of... You do get a free invoke to use that advantage. So if you want to use that to try and throw off his attack, if you don't roll high enough to avoid it or shrug it off, then you can do that.
Sure, I'll do that. But I can invoke that after the roll, or do I have to do it now?
After. So after you know whether you've made it or not.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
I guess I won't be needing it.
Actually, you're one short. He's rolling
I'll use it to
stupid
get a
well.
+2?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I beat him then.
Yes, you do. Okay. So he's still grappled, but yeah, his surprise at being grappled is enough to throw off his attack, and he just barely misses you. Oof.
None of that.
All right. And that, let's see, he has one more. Think in frustration, he's going to try and shoot a spike at Brinny.
What the fuck?
No!
I hate you.
Let's see here.
The collective gasps made me very happy.
Okay.
No!
Brinny,
Stop it!
can you roll me athletics?
Oh, fuck, okay.
Yes, but I was just kind of laughing at your immediate "what the fuck,"
I mean,
which was
yeah.
very not Brinny.
I didn't use her voice and say, you know, it's Carrie just being upset about shit.
I'm gonna keep a tally in the background of all the advantages we've made.
Well,
Thank you.
Well, alright.
Well, alright then.
Mm-hmm. That's about right.
Okay.
Here I go, being killed.
Let me
We'll remember you.
let me just check
Remember
on
you as the girl.
check on something here.
And their space monkey, Brinny.
Tor, whenever you created that advantage, it was just one, right? You didn't succeed with style?
I don't know. Did I succeed with style?
No, you just barely succeeded.
Okay.
Okay. So we've
In
got
creating the advantage, or just the, like, defense against it?
In creating the advantage.
So we've
God damn it.
we've currently got 2 invocations that we can pass around currently. One from the floor and one from him grappling.
He already used the free invocation for the
I
grapple.
used it.
Oh, that you used the floor? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can still use it
I
with
used
fate
mine.
points, but that one, the free invoke is gone.
So yeah, you basically exchanged that for grappling.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Right. So we have 1 on the table.
Okay, so Brinny,
Yeah.
can you take 6 stress?
Fucking probably not. I'm still hurt from the fucking shark getting me.
Wait.
Thor couldn't even take 6 stress. He has 5 stress.
Hold on. Rewind a sec. You have a +4 in physique, don't you?
I do, yeah.
Oh, you used yours. Sorry. In my brain, I thought you used the slippery floor. I was trying to be like, when did
No,
you
no.
fucking... Yeah, right. You used the grappling one to... Okay. So we
Yeah.
have... All right. Just trying to keep track of these. Sorry.
It is confusing.
It's all good.
Slippy. I also stepped out for a second,
Yeah.
which is why I didn't catch that.
But yeah, freaking, I'm already at, like, severe consequences. My severe consequence box is checked.
How about you get out?
Okay.
I think this might be where I died, guys. This is it.
Okay, so
Woo!
so we established that you can only tick off one stress box. Like, you can't add stress boxes together, but you can split one stress box and one consequence,
Okay.
which you would have enough for.
Okay.
Yeah, you could tick off a moderate consequence and 2 stress.
Okay. Okay. I know, fucking this game's so confusing. So, wait, okay.
Yeah.
I feel like checking this as well as the 6 one.
How much damage did you take total?
6.
So, and what consequence boxes do you currently have available?
The -2 and the -4.
So if you use the -4,
Mm-hmm.
sorry, and what physical stress boxes do you have available?
Like all 3, I think.
Yeah, so you have a 1, a 2, and a 3.
Yeah.
So what you could do is you could tick off the moderate consequence box and take a moderate consequence,
Okay.
and then you could tick off your 2 physical stress box, and then
Okay.
that would be the damage.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you'd still be in the fight.
Okay. I'm real fucked
remember
up. But okay.
And remember that your physical stress boxes, they aren't like points. Each one represents a different value. The first one is 1, the second one is 2, and the third one is 3.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
make sure you tick off the second one.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah. Okay. So, you're a little taken by surprise that he chooses to just lash out randomly and just hurl some spikes in your direction.
Is this because of the thing that I said earlier? Is that what this is?
I mean, you don't know, maybe. He's in a bestial rage. Who knows what dictates his decisions?
No, it's the question, is it because Brittany sassed the chief, or is it because Carrie was late, so Izzy's just gonna kill her? Like, fucking, these are the questions.
Who can say, really?
Who could say, but try not to be late in the future, Carrie.
Nice character you have here. Shame if
What an
anything were to
interesting
happen to her.
motivation technique that I may or may not employ tomorrow.
Okay.
There's only one person to blame here, Carrie, and that's you.
Okay, bring it in, guys. Bring it in. All right.
Sorry.
No problem. Okay, so he just he throws his left arm out in just a wide arc, and a bunch of spikes just fly free. You manage to do an admirable job ducking and weaving out of the way of a bunch of them, but one of them just gets you right in the side of the ribs. And just, it doesn't impale you, but it takes a pretty good gash out.
Could I have done something? Like, could I invoke wants to be an Avenger and try to jump into the hit?
You're currently grappling him.
Yeah, you're currently grappling
fair.
him, so you wouldn't be able to try that without letting go of the grapple.
Yeah, that's fine.
Definitely. And there's some kind of... Shit. Is there any rules for that? I know...
Can I use my fate point to try to use fight me, you won't, to try to redirect it in me?
I think that would probably be something that would have to be a specific stunt to do, not on your turn. But yeah, I think since Tor is roughly adjacent to Brittany, if you wanted to let go of the grapple, you could try and roll against his attack roll.
Okay.
So, yeah, go ahead and do that. I was trying to figure out whether there was some kind of penalty, because I took some of the rules that I'm using from the Atomic Robo version of Fate, which says that you would roll it without any bonus, but that feels really mean, and I don't think I want to do that.
What am I rolling?
Rolling physique, because you're explicitly not trying to dodge it, you're trying to take it.
Yeah. Okay. Could I use some sort of like my dirt to lessen the hit a little bit, or is this just too fast to?
It's a bit too fast. Maybe if it was your turn, might be able to do something, but this is just really, really fast.
Does
his like instinct.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Okay. So, you take 3 stress instead of Brinny taking 6.
Can I take a mild and a 1? Physical?
Let
Is
me-
that how that works?
A mild and a 1. Yes, you can definitely do that.
Okay.
So just as it looks like one of these spikes is gonna just impale Brinny, you're able to just push her tiny body clear of the blast zone. And you instead take that hit, just grazing off the side of your ribs.
Are you okay, Brainy?
Tor, that was stupid. I would have been fine.
Don't lie to me.
So we'll call that fucking.
I don't have nearly enough blood to get angry at you right now.
Oh no.
Like that it's so obvious. Even Tor's like, I'm not stupid.
Brady, I'm really Dumby.
Oh my god. Okay.
Alright, I'll put myself here in front of her.
Yeah, that's about right. Okay, so that's what he's gonna do. Hanson.
All right. So what I want to do is twofold, possibly has a third component. I'd like to use my turn to, rather than just be my Hanson self and try to bap him, I'd like to try to create an advantage by provoking him, and I'd also like to, I'm possibly going to try to heckin' use my stunt, fight me you won't, if things go badly, to try to either make it better or reroll. But I'm gonna try to create an advantage while also trying to get him to pay attention to me in the future.
Gotcha. Okay.
I imagine these specific, just contextually, I imagine that because I'm basically gonna be trying to get him to fight me, I probably won't be able to make use of these specific advantages. So team, I just want you to know, I'm creating these advantages in hopes that you guys can use the distraction to then use the free invocations to create yet more advantages. Let's do this. So,
Let's fucking go.
what's wrong? Too much of a bonehead to remember who your actual enemy is?
Oh my fucking.
And I can use fight, thanks to my stunt, I can use fight in place of provoke.
Yes.
So here I fucking...
Whoa.
I'm going... That's exactly even. If I re-roll it. You know what? I'm gonna use my fate point, and I'm going to add a 2 onto that.
You may not want to waste that because you already succeeded with style.
I'm not gonna do that then.
Yeah, his empathy is
Hell
shit. He is very prone to anger.
Ridiculous.
Alright, so now he's on me. So that'll be, guys, that puts out 2 invocations that you guys can use in the context of there being a distraction, which use to make more advantages. Let's multiply this.
Just never hit him. Just create advantages.
Created because every advantage that we create can be invoked as a +2, which means if we save these up and just give one like really big hit or 2 really big hits to like 1 or 2 people, we can bypass his ridiculous physical stats.
Yeah.
All right, Hanson distraction. We currently have 3 on the table. We have the slippery floor and we have the Hanson distraction, which is 2. That's pretty much, and I'm gonna come over here with my distraction to try to lure him to in the direction that has the fewest people.
Brrr.
Brr, indeed.
Brr, indeed.
Plus, if he hits me, it increases my stats. So
Just
that works out.
okay. So that your turn?
That's my turn.
All right. Guy, you up?
Okay, well, it kind of looks like Tor's in the water, so the obvious move, if he wasn't, would like tase the water there. But I also don't want to like risk getting rid of the water if it's slipping him up and out bone and electricity. I'd like try something here. I'd like to examine the glass and see if I can find a weak point here, because maybe there's some way to shut him down in that control room.
Nice.
Okay, remember that he's 30 feet up, so you
Ah.
can't get a very close look at it.
He's 30 feet up. Yeah.
As was previously stated.
Is that control panel like in between both of the rooms, or
That's
No,
on
that'd
his
be-
floor.
that's on
Yeah.
his floor in
Yeah.
his room? Okay, I was just checking
Yeah.
just because of the placement on the map. I'm
Yeah,
just
sorry.
sure. No, it's okay.
It's a curved room, made it a little weird to place.
You all good? I'm just checking.
Stop yelling at me!
No one's yelling at you. Fuck, God, what a whiny fucking god.
No one's yelling at you!
I feel like there is yelling going on.
No one's yelling!
Logan, say the
No
thing.
one!
Say the thing you
All
said to
right.
me.
So, like, am I
Alright,
correct
that's
in?
Go for it, Mac. Sorry.
Okay, so. Damn. All right. I was hoping to find some sort of structural weakness in the glass and then just jump through that shit.
I get you. I get you.
There's glass from where it was shattered, and it's probably the same glass as is up there. So maybe you could use the glass in the ground to try to get some sort of insight.
Very clever.
Let's see here. Yeah, use investigate then to, like, study the glass, see if I can find anything useful.
Yeah, go for it.
Boy, I hope this works.
Oh,
My boy.
I'm so
Big
sorry.
I'm so
It's
sorry.
shattered bits of nothing.
Yeah, so you look at it. From what you can tell, like, it just looks like any kind of, like, normal, like, reinforced glass, but you don't really get anything. Like, you would probably need some pretty specific equipment to analyze it further.
Really do then.
That would be your turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sorry.
I got one or two other things I can try next turn then.
Alright, Brinny.
Huh?
With your new lease on life, what do you do?
Oh my god.
Don't waste it.
No, right? Jesus. I'm trying to think of another way to create an advantage, but I can't think of, like, anything. Because I've already done, like, the freaking slippery floor situation, and that
What if
control panel's really high.
Blind him with water or fucking
Can I
hit him in the face.
just try to drown him like my first plan?
I could make a suggestion.
What's your suggestion?
Since I'm blaming
God.
myself for how fucking brutal this guy is, I really didn't think he would roll this well.
No, Izzy. Do not be apologetic for that.
Damn right.
Do it.
Your place as the DM to put difficulty in front of us.
He's
I
right.
mean, after like the dudes in the bar, there definitely doesn't seem to be much middle ground for you, Izzy.
It's true.
It's a hard game to balance.
Yep.
You owe
Dude,
us.
it's not even like
You
we
owe
said,
us
it's not-
everything.
It's not even a case of balancing. It's that one day you roll shitty and one day you roll great. It's
Yeah.
like
There's a way
yeah.
around this, which is using free invocations and setting up a situation. Like this is not an unmanageable situation. It's just not a brute force situation.
Okay. Well, I'll leave it up to you whether you want my suggestion or not.
I would like your suggestion.
Unrelated.
Okay. It would have been pretty plain to notice after you guys have attacked it a whole bunch that his spiky armor is probably your biggest problem in doing any lasting damage to him.
Yeah.
Melee attacks seem to run the risk of, damaging yourself if you're not, like, protecting yourself in some way, like using dirt fists or, like, an external melee weapon. But there are cracks here and there in his bones. You can tell they're not indestructible.
Blast them away with water.
Ooh. Is there any like
High density.
specific vulnerable areas where there are like maybe a few cracks?
You guys have
Maybe
attacked his
find
kneecaps a
that.
couple times, so that area is starting to look a little cracky.
What area?
His kneecaps have been attacked a couple
Oh,
times.
Should really stop doing the crack.
Gotta stop doing that crack.
That crack's bad for you, man.
So,
It's true.
yeah. Okay. then fucking Bernie's gonna be like,
What a pretty thing to be like.
I know, right? She'll be like, hey. And then I'm gonna try and shoot him at his knees.
All right.
Go
Are you
ahead.
doing that as an attack or trying to like overcome an obstacle?
Create an advantage.
I was gonna say, can I do this to try to make him fall to create an advantage?
Or just create vulnerable spots, you know.
There you go. Whatever. Well, fucking, I'd like to try to make him.
Whatever
fall.
works, man.
Right? Shit. If I can make him fall, I'm
One's
gonna.
permanent. One's permanent. The other requires him to get up to make it end.
Easy.
I mean, do what you will. It's your choice.
Okay. I want to try to make him fall. I want to try to fuck up his knee so that he falls.
Do you
Gotcha.
want one of my invocations?
I don't know if I want to wait.
Because if you use it, then you succeed with style. You're gonna just produce 2 where 1 was used. So.
If he's like on the ground, like, fucking, does that do anything for us, or is it just he's still a scary spiky thing on the ground?
You would create an advantage that you would get a free invoke of, or potentially 2 free invokes of. You could potentially try to slow down his movement, but he hasn't really been trying to move from that spot a whole bunch.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think he knows that he may slip and fall if he does. Bastard.
Do you want my invocation?
Sure.
All right, add your +2. I believe in you.
But remember, you do that after you roll.
Oh, you do that after.
Oh,
you
So you
roll?
know-
invocations work that way too? Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
so you don't waste it unless you need it.
Oh, that's pretty sweet. Okay. So then I'm deciding if I want to just do shoot or if I want to. No, I don't want him to the clip. I want to just shoot him.
Shoot him.
I'm gonna shoot him. Happy. Well.
Okay. Da-da-da-da-da. Let's do... Huh! Yeah, you do it. You beat him by 2.
Yeah. Suck a dick.
Hell yeah.
All right. So let's say you aim directly for the kneecap that Tor was hammering on. What area was Hanson trying to hit earlier?
Hanson was just attacking in general.
Just in general. Okay. So
Let's say for context, you went like for his chest.
Gotcha. Okay. So then, yeah, you go for the same kneecap that Tor was hammering on, and those cracks start to get bigger and bigger until the spikes around that area just explode, and there's just like brown bear skin beneath it. And the shock of this brings him to one knee.
Guys, I did it. I got him down.
You did it.
I did it.
Heckin' yeah.
No, my monster! Kill them!
I have to be honest, I had my doubts, but it's okay now.
Knocked down. Bam.
Heck yeah.
So it's like expose the knees.
Yeah.
Yeah, his
Should exposed. Okay, that should be the thing that exposed knee.
So like if we do enough damage to his bony parts, they'll eventually crack, and then we can get to vulnerable bits underneath. We can get
the
to
soft
bits underneath
nougaty
the
center.
Damn it, it's
I just throwing that out there. Taser boy, he's got one knee in the water. Just
Oh, Tor,
I'm waiting to see how this goes.
Izzy, are we allowed to move on not our turn?
No, it has to be your turn.
First turn is before mine, though.
Okay. Would I be able to step back at the end of my turn just so I'm not in the water?
Yes, you definitely can.
Okay, cool. And then my turn's done.
Ernest!
Ernie's. Okay. So, Guy wanted to get, Guy was trying to get over into the thing with Dr. Horace, right?
I was trying to figure out if there was a structural weak point in the glass where you would best smash through it.
Gotcha. So
And
I want to
studying the glass, I got zip.
So I want to use my notice skill to see if I can figure out if the hole in the ceiling that those robotic arms came through is in any way tied to that room, because they had to somehow put that serum in a syringe, and if they didn't do it from within this cage, then they probably would do it from within that room. So I want to try to notice to see if the arm holes up on the top of the ceiling can somehow be connected to that room.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, roll notice.
Okay. Bay.
Oh.
Okay. So yeah, you can definitely see that the robotic arm that had the syringe in it has a tube running up to the ceiling, and if you look closely at the room on the other side, you can see like some ports where you could stick a syringe into to get the liquid from one room to the other.
Okay, so that's definitely not big enough for a person to be able to travel through.
No, it's like an IV.
Okay. Yeah, okay then. So from there, see if I can... Do I have enough action economy, more or less, to try to create an advantage still on the guy?
Yeah, that's the type of thing that you would have been able to pretty plainly see.
Gotcha.
Like, that
Okay.
wouldn't have, like, really created an advantage, even if you... Like, you rolled a 7, and there just wasn't anything to gain there.
Fair. Okay, I want to try to use notice to find another weak spot on him to create another advantage that people can shoot at.
Gotcha.
So, I'm gonna look at him really hard. Here I go. I looked.
You did it.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's enough. Yeah, you can see that the spot on his chest, like pretty much like kind of over his sternum, that Hansen bapped with his claymore is also looking a bit cracked.
Okay, point that out.
Yeah,
Get that.
so you created an advantage there with one free invoke.
Get him.
Just call that like
Get him.
crack.
So far, none of the
Call it
things
like
that I've
crack
done
in the
are
armor
going to
or
be
something.
Metallic or kangaroo-like, but that's fine.
It's whatever.
Yeah, so you got like crack in the armor or some kind of advantage like that. With one free invoke.
Hooray.
All right, marking it down.
Thank you.
He is,
Or I don't know what you're gonna do on your turn, but remember that you got distraction invokes that you can throw out there.
Mm-hmm. I was going to grapple him to create even more invokes, but...
You could probably use that because you'd be using the invoke to catch him by surprise when you were doing it.
Yeah.
And again, I mentioned my thing. I've got other things I can do if I got people in the water, you know?
Alright.
If people are in the pool, tasers are out of the question.
He's currently knocked down, right?
yeah, he's like down on one knee with the knee that was hurt is like down, is the one that's hitting the floor.
Alright.
Equipment, get out of there.
Thank you,
Tor-
Solo, for the 10,000 bits.
Oh, damn.
I think
damn.
Tor wants to like pin him to the ground so like he can't like get up easily.
Okay, gonna try and re-grapple him?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, roll to grapple him.
Alright. Do it. How many free invokes do we have? Just lying
Currently
around?
on the table, we have one slippery floor, one exposed knee, one weak spot, and then 2 Hansen distraction.
Can I use one of those?
Yes, use that. You can.
Yeah.
Well, you can choose to use it after you roll. Remember.
And keep in mind that you can only
Okay.
invoke them if it has something to do with your action. Like the crack in his chest might not apply to what you're currently doing.
I feel like the slippery
So-
floor could help, like him.
I believe
would
so.
losing
His
his
grip.
distraction. That's probably the because that one may evaporate in any time.
Yeah. Well, we'll see after the roll.
Yeah.
If it's.
So thank you for subscribing, Tanovision.
Thank you, my boys.
Ooh. All right.
I mean, that's pretty good.
Very good.
It is pretty
Let's
good,
see.
but it's no 7.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you do it.
Oh, I get it. All right, perfect.
All
I have
right.
created yet another advantage.
It's true.
Jesus.
All right. So you're just trying to like pin this boy to the floor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like how are you trying to do that?
I feel like he. How was he like on one knee or whatever? Like,
Like, you know, the kind of like going down to one knee that someone would do to like propose? Basically that.
Ah, okay. Oh my god. All right. I know, but now's not the time.
Right
Tor
now?
jumps up, like dirt covering like his arm, so he has some sort of protection, and like gets him into like a stranglehold and like brings him down to the ground, into a hold.
Oh, damn. So now, like, his head is, like, pretty close to the ground?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so I guess have a new aspect, stranglehold. Nicely
Heck
done.
yeah.
Be careful, Tori, he's pointy.
I know. Really.
Stranglehold. All right. Depending on how things go, I might take an attack using some of these invocations this turn.
That's fair.
Yeah,
Come up, Hanson.
it's probably the thing to do.
May do that shit,
Okay. So he's probably first and foremost gonna try and get you away from him, Tor.
Ridiculous.
So,
Well,
let's have him roll physique to see if he can break out of this. You also roll physique to maintain it.
It's a 6.
it's pretty good.
You maintain it.
Yay!
He
Yes!
he
I didn't want to
fails.
have to use my fucking my advantage already.
Oh,
Oh, well done. Okay, so yeah, he struggles, but like he's at a really weird angle to try and get at you, and like with all the spikes that make up his armor, it makes his joints not the most flexible, so he can't quite get to you. So instead, what is he gonna try and do? He's going to just try and roll over and like slam on top of you.
What a butthole.
Tori said to be
I
careful.
agree. I'm trying.
All right, can you roll me? I guess physique would be most appropriate if you don't want to let go of this guy, or athletics if you're gonna try and run.
Oh shit.
Gah.
Do you want
I fail.
Can he use an invocation?
Depends on what he wants to invoke, but yes.
Oh, you could do Hanson distraction to like use me still trying to get his attention to like make him like mess up and lose focus a bit, and either re-roll or add to that because I have
Yeah,
a
I
feeling
will-
he did better.
It's just silly.
For context, he beat you by 3.
Oh, so I'm gonna have to re-roll.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna use one of Hanson's things and re-roll that.
All right. So I see him like start to pivot and roll, and I'm like, hey, don't lose focus! Come on!
Yes!
Oh! Yeah, you beat him.
Shit.
Shit. Okay.
Just do a quick bop on his head, like, hey, no.
I'm thinking that yeah, he tries to like roll over on top of you, but you manage to like curl yourself into the perfect like position where you don't actually get squished into the ground as he rolls over.
Between the spikes?
Yeah.
I'm in the sweet spot.
Because he doesn't successfully like smush his body like completely flat to the ground, like there are spaces of air that
For the man-shaped hole in his spikes.
Giant man-shaped hole.
so as he rolls over, yeah.
It's either a man-shaped hole or Tor is a lot more flexible than any of us realized.
Ooh, damn.
It's both.
Oh, damn.
Oh, fuck. Let's move him over here. So yeah, he rolls over a little
Oh my God.
bit. But yeah, you.
Okay, I still have him.
Roar!
Shut up. Boom.
Roar! Roar!
He's all sad.
And
That's
that's
more
that's his turn.
Brinny, Tor, and Ernest, permission to use aspects.
Go
Get
ahead.
it!
All right. then I'm going to, as he rolls and doesn't find himself keeping his balance as well as he'd like to with this, I'd like to rush in, just for the full context of my attack. I'd like to rush in, invoke Slippery Floor to try to knock him off balance by hitting that exposed knee. And then utilize Weak Spot and Stranglehold. Well, Stranglehold would be with the rest of it because it would be with the off balance, and then utilize Weak Spot by attacking there to invoke those 4 aspects.
Huh.
Holy shit.
Because
All
right. I don't expect this to take him down, but you know, I do hope that it will at least take a large chunk out of him. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And then it's back to building up those fucking.
God.
That gives me. Actually, no. I'm going to use Weak Spot, Exposed Knee, and Slippery Floor. I can use Invoke an Aspect to reroll if it's low, right?
Yes.
I'm going to save Stranglehold in case this ends up being a low roll, so that I can re-roll it. So I'm just going to go with a plus... what would that be? A plus 6, and then my fight, so 7. Alright, here I come. It's me. We're just going to get to my sheet. Ah!
Oh my
God.
I'll keep that. You know what? And I can
That's
do it
a- that's a
afterwards.
net
I'll add
zero.
on Stranglehold, so 13.
13.
Jesus.
Okay.
And then
So.
remember, I'm using my Claymore, so it also adds 2 onto damage.
Oh, Jesus.
You're so disgusting.
And then he died.
Well, I mean, let's find out.
Then we killed the chief of police.
Okay.
The racist chief of police. I'll have you know.
Which makes it okay.
Okay.
No one has a problem taking out the KKK.
Oh my god.
Okay. So, the thing is, you beat him by 8.
Oh my god.
He rolled a 5.
Dear God.
Good.
So,
Jesus.
Wait,
Is he dead?
he rolled a...
With
I beat him by 10 then.
oh, sorry.
beat him by
You
10.
did like 10 shifts.
I
of
did.
damage.
You additional
You
damage
did
than I
10
just said.
shifts of damage, but you beat him by 8.
Yeah,
Oof.
but yeah,
Yeah.
ultimately 10 shifts of damage.
Yes.
Ooh.
So yeah, doing 10 damage. So that's gonna be pretty brutal. Let's see here.
Ridiculous.
So you throw like a absolute flurry of attacks. He is just wreathed in fire and explosions. Just, his armor is just being blown away. Like probably a good 50% of it is just gone. He is very much exposed. Let's see here. So that is going to be. How would you survive that? 1, 2, 3, 4.
I don't expect this to take him down. I expect him to reduce it a lot, but I don't expect him to be able to take a second one of these.
I mean,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So he has a severe consequence, and he's going to take some stress as well. Let's see here. We'll say that is just fucking armor is gone.
Ernest just, or not Ernest, Hanson just chopped off all the bones. His claymore.
Officer McChangstein, you have the right. Oh wait, he's still up. Fuck! Fuck!
Damn
Fuck!
it! Damn it! Back up!
You almost threw
Alright,
it,
back to one.
Hanson!
Everyone, back to one.
Okay.
Exercise your damn right, McChangstein.
Okay. So, yeah, a good 50% of his spikes are just gone. There are huge swaths of exposed skin. He is just smoking and panting with rage. But after a few seconds, you start to notice that the fire, the smoke from Hanson's attacks, it's not really going away. In fact, it's intensifying.
Oh.
And then you notice that it's not smoke, it's steam. And the remaining spikes are starting to glow red.
Ensign, what did you do?
No. Cut him up.
He is unbelievably upset, and he lets out a bestial roar that once again just shakes the entire facility. Like, bits of metal are like coming loose and falling down from the ceiling.
All right, come and hit me. The next time I get you, it'll be even stronger if you do.
All right, Guy, your turn.
Okay. Oh boy. My options: I could tase it, but you know, you still got Tor, so he would get tased with him. Skin is a tempting target.
You can take it.
Yeah, man. Good take it.
Those my options. I'm thinking at the moment are that, or again, try to like power up and jerry rig the control panel to see if there's, you know, pull out one of those mechanical arms to like restrain him, or put in like a depowering chemical.
Oh.
Remember that it was turned off remotely.
That's what I mean, powered back up though. Like try and bypass the system.
You can try.
You can
Those
certainly try.
But that's what I'm just saying. I'm just debating on like, do I try that or? I am stronger in crafts, and you guys are doing a great job with that big old bastard over there. So I think I'm gonna take.
Our main bird boy back there, though.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try and see if there's any way I can get this thing up and running again, and maybe use that to. Who knows what kind of goodies I can find in here.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Five's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, you go through the wires underneath it, and you do manage to turn it on.
Oh, thank fucking Christ. Let's see here. I think what I could. I'm trying to think what I can roll to either. I'm still password locked, so I'm trying to figure out what I could roll to either bypass the system or wait for a clue. Is one of these guys dumb enough to have taped the password under the control board or something?
Christ.
I mean, you could... well, no, you don't have any fate points. That is the kind of thing that you could use to declare a story detail.
Ooh.
Mac, try to operate the robot arms.
Do it. Do it.
Could I use my fate point to do that for him?
I don't know. Do we want to make it a house rule that you can share fate points?
Well, because it's affecting the environment, right? So it's not specifically like giving Guy a bonus. Because this could be very much like, while he's doing that, looking around. He's like, I don't know the password. Just Hanson fucking dance around this thing. He's like, did you check if they left it like underneath the desk? He's like, dodges a hit. I do that.
It's like I look and it's like literally like 2 inches away from the panel I opened up to bypass everything. It's like, how did I miss that?
But yeah, it's your call, Izzy, if you want to let us do that.
Yeah, okay, so probably won't be able to, like, share fate points, and you can only declare a story detail on your turn. So I think someone else would have
Damn
to do
you,
that.
caveat.
Wait, what did you say? Izzy? Think.
You can only use a fate point to declare a story detail on your turn, and you can't share fate points between characters.
And I've already done my roll to get this thing powered back up, and there's nothing else I can do my turn to for like investigating.
Yeah, you used your action to jury rig it into powering it back on.
Step 1 of my master plan. Keep up the good work, guys. You got this guy on the ropes.
Dude, I'm just picturing Guy, like, under the control panel, ripping out wires while we're kicking the shit out of it.
Desperately like, oh god, but please, I hope this works.
Alright. So that's your turn. Brittany.
So, you said that his bones were looking all hot. right?
Yes, like red hot, like a stove that's been, like a stove element that's been turned on to the highest
Am I
setting.
still grappling him?
Right, that's what I was thinking.
Yes, but I will say that you have the option of letting go as that was happening.
That's
Okay.
Choose to let
If it-
go or not.
Does it feel like? Does it start to feel hot, like even through my dirt, or?
Oh, definitely. Like, it feels
Okay, I'll
hot.
let go.
Get out of there!
Yeah.
My arms turn to glass.
Oh, no.
Don't know.
Yeah.
This is the end, friends.
Oh, no.
It feels so good.
Oh, also, I'm looking at the note with the advantages. Keep in mind that even if you've used the free invokes of the advantages, they're still applied as long as they make narrative sense. Like, that pool of water is gonna be there until something cleans it up, for example.
We have to
Like
we have to,
his
we have to
heat.
like fate point it, don't we?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Invocations there, just not
Okay.
the free.
Yeah,
Then,
exactly.
So, Tor, did you jump off of him? Or
Yeah.
okay, where did you go?
Yeah, I got off of him.
Let's get you.
I'll go. I can't move him.
Yeah, we can't grab Tor on account of Tor being
Aw, crap.
having been consumed by Chief McChankstein.
There we go.
There we are. Good Chief McChankstein. Spit up our friend.
And
Blech.
keep over here.
Izzy
Just.
would, because it's an element of heat, would I be able to use extinguish, or is that on specifically open flames? Could I cool this hot boy off?
I would say that it is definitely reasonable for you to attempt that, yeah.
Okay, excellent. Then yes, I'm going to use
It would-
Wonderful.
It would probably take a little bit more of a sustained blast to cool it down, and
Okay.
it probably wouldn't stay that way for long.
Are you saying that I may need to use empty the clip? Well, can I do that if I'm using extinguish?
Trying to think. Extinguish is basically always in play. It's just to make sense of you doing more damage to fire things because
Okay.
it's water.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah, you could definitely try to just, I think,
Like, right? I know.
yeah. If you attacked him, it would just do damage. It probably wouldn't have an effect on the heat of the spikes, but you could create an advantage to help with that.
Like, is it all of his spikes that are heating up, or is it like a specific area?
All of them, all the remaining ones, anyway.
Okay, so like even if I like had the intention to try to cool him off, it would still just count as like an attack.
No, you could use it to try to create an advantage. I think his
okay.
overall point is if you use it to create an advantage, it's like you're making an ongoing effort to cool them. Whereas if you just try to like blast through it, that's an attack.
Oh, okay. Okay, I get what you're saying. Then yeah, okay, then I'll create the advantage of cooling this boy down.
Okay.
Okay.
Roll shoot.
Rolling shoot. Huh? It's been consistently that. I'm really happy.
And what's your bonus to fire things?
To fire things, I get 4 shifts of extra damage.
Whew.
I know.
Okay, so yeah, to create an advantage, that seems like more than enough. Yeah, you manage to hit him with a pretty sustained blast of water that kind of, it's wide enough that it's getting pretty much all of his spikes fairly evenly.
Yay!
So
I
they
just added the cooling heated spikes invocation.
cuckoo.
Is this 2 or 1?
I should roll something to actually determine that. But yeah, we'll call that 2.
Hell yeah!
Question: If something has 2 invocations on it, can you invoke both, or can you only invoke an aspect once? It's just that it has multiple times. Like,
Yes.
let's say that I attacked one. Okay, so you can only use it once.
You can free invocations. You can use as many of them as you have. But if you're using fate points, you can only use it once per
Okay.
roll.
Well, I more meant like
Yeah.
for cooling heated spikes. So like a person, if they wanted to make use of that, they could use both of them at once.
Yes. Yeah, they could.
Okay. Excellent.
Okay.
And
So yeah, he's not looking too happy, but yeah, you've cooled down his spikes quite a bit. You are kicking off a lot of steam though, which is making things a little bit harder to see.
Creep. I'm sorry, but I'm also not sorry.
It's whatever.
Ernest!
Ernest, okay.
kangaroo boy.
I believe in you.
What sort of
Vibrate
bonus?
into death.
What sort of bonus do I get to fight while I have both steel and kangaroo?
Let's see. I would say for the kangaroo, you'd get a +2 to your roll, and for the steel, you'd do 2 extra shifts of damage.
Okay, I'm okay with that. Okay. I think I'm gonna try to hit him. I'm gonna try to kick him.
Do it!
Try to do a kick. Try to do a thing.
Get up!
I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna give him a bop. First, I'm gonna add 2 to the thing though before I roll. Huh? And then fight. Hat.
Huh! There it
Huh.
is.
Well done. Okay,
5
let's.
of that.
You've done it.
Now don't roll well.
Not bad.
I don't
Not
give
bad.
my instructions,
Okay.
McShanksy.
So
You're off the force.
he beats you by 1. Do you have anything to invoke?
I think. Are you okay with me using the Hanson distraction, Hanson, or do you want me to leave that?
I mean,
contextually, I don't think I can use it. So if you can make use of it, could go for it.
Oh yeah, and just to be clear, the free invokes on that are gone, but
Okay.
so that you would need his permission to use. Didn't you
I
use
thought
that
there
in
was
your?
still one left.
That had
Oh,
two.
shit.
and
Yeah,
only one's
two,
been
yeah.
used.
Only once been used? Oh, never mind. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Never mind. Then.
Okay, that was what I wanted to ask first. So I do have a fate point I can use. I just want to ask if I could use the free one.
Yes, absolutely. Go ham with the Hanson distraction.
Okay, so I use it. I activate Hanson distraction. That brings me up
He's
to
got it.
7.
Do it!
So I beat him by 1 with that, and then I do extra shifts of damage because I'm steel.
Indeed. So that would bring it up to 3 shifts of damage, my boy.
Oh,
An amount.
All right. So
A
yeah,
certain amount.
definitely. You already gained some like heat resistance thanks to being steel, but in addition to Bruni cooling things down, you suffer no ill effects from getting that close to him, and you just like leap into the air and just like kick him straight in the chest with both your legs
Hooray!
with the strength of a pneumatic piston.
oh.
And Brep, he is
That was
not.
attack, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hot
Alright.
damn.
All right.
Quite hot, indeed.
It's very hot. Well, no, I'm cooling him down. Pretty cool.
Haha.
But,
Da-da-da-da-da. All right, so that'll be your turn.
Ernest.
he's just so hot.
Tor, you're up, buddy.
So it's still really hot.
Steamy. if
Too
you
hot to grapple, I assume.
For like that kind of sustained contact, the heat you're getting off of it probably tells you that that might be a bad idea. But for like a quick like jab, you're fine.
Quick jab. Okay.
Get out of here, Boog.
will. Not a boog.
All right. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. All right, I'll just fucking hit him, I guess.
Do it.
I'll try and hit him because I can't grapple him.
Do it.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have anything that could protect me from the heat.
I get you.
Yeah. So. Bap. That's not good.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
He's going to succeed with style, most like.
Oh, jeez.
Well, I mean, let's find out.
I'd rather not.
Goodbye, Tor.
So badly.
That's Brynny's turn to jump in and save him.
Yo, she will.
So let's all just take a moment to be thankful that you can't double succeed with style.
Oh, shit.
I think if we want to put like a positive spin on me rolling a 7.
Oh shit!
I think it's good to look on the bright side of these things, personally.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay. So, yeah, that's gonna be 6 shifts of damage to you, my boy.
Can I try to shove him out of the way?
Wait, he gets to hit me because I tried to hit him?
Oh, right. Sorry, that was totally reversed. Okay. Yeah,
Alright.
you're
I mean, it did end pretty badly for you.
I thought it was some sort of like him being on fire and covered in spikes situation that like Tor somehow managed to perfectly punch the exact center of a spike and impale his own fist.
Oh.
Right? That's kind of what I'm thinking too.
I mean, yeah, that's basically what happened.
Oh no.
You thankfully don't suffer any real like damage from it. Your dirt fist really got like pretty much all of it. Like
Good.
any actual damage you took from that was cosmetic.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, that's good.
When you tie an attack, you get a boost from it.
Oh,
Neato.
that's cool.
Yeah, that was it.
I was just, yeah. As it happens every time we play this game, I'm just kind of like moving through the book, reading stuff as it becomes relevant, just to remind myself.
Yeah,
I saw that one.
I'm a hero.
do it. All right. Actually, do you want to just take a quick break here for a second?
Sure.
Seems like a time.
Yeah, Kara's going to the bathroom. Might be a good time so we can check on the chat and such.
Boost. You get a boost when you're trying to create an advantage. Sorry, go ahead.
Bong just subscribed for their 11th month.
Damn, thank you. And Solo gave 10,000 bits?
So here's an interesting
Jesus.
thing that I had completely forgotten about regarding boosts, not boots.
Boots
So
as well.
whenever you're trying to create an advantage, when you get a boost when you're trying to create an advantage but don't succeed well enough, or as an added benefit to succeeding especially well, they're a free invocation that the aspect goes away as soon as it's used.
Yeah.
So technically those exist for other things. So when you're trying to make an advantage, even if you don't succeed, you do generate that. It just doesn't help in the long term.
If you tie.
No, that's in general.
Oh.
You create a boost if you tie an attack, but boosts in general, if you try to make an advantage but don't succeed, then you just get a boost.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Cool, good to know.
Because I saw boosts on the attack thing and it told me what page to go to, so I was like, I'll go read that, and then I came here and yeah,
Excellent.
there it is.
Huh.
And you can't allow other characters to invoke your boost.
Because also while we're just hanging out on break, heads up for our Discord peeps that now is the week to end our run of good films.
Oh.
Why? We're gonna hurt tonight. Hope everyone's ready for some bad stuff. Oof.
I haven't even seen it. You don't know that. It could be stupendous.
That's a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna
That's,
get use the bathroom, get some
'cause
water.
People don't know films at all.
Hey Chase. Oh, is he gone?
Might be. Gone.
Yeah, he said he'd be RB.
No. I'm just gonna mention, because now that it's finalized on their end, I don't mind talking about it. I'm a bit concerned that SakuraCon confirmed with them that the panel was transferred, but hasn't contacted me about it.
Yeah. I mean,
For those in chat who are asking specifically, we are apparently watching a movie.
Max Steel.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't that come out like a couple years ago?
Yeah, like 2 years ago?
It's about fighting robots, right?
Okay, came out in theaters 2016. It's not about... You're thinking Real Steel. That's a while ago.
Right. That's what it is. Okay.
Max Steel was the Mattel's attempt at having a Marvel-style cinematic universe.
Hmm.
Didn't know what
I
the
remember-
fuck Max Steel is a good sign of how that went.
Okay.
Oh, we're talking about
I've-
Max Steel? Oh, God.
Yeah.
I did
was
see
like,
on the
I've
schedule.
seen
that-
Real Steel. I didn't hate it.
Yeah, Real Steel is great. Real Steel's a fun movie.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
Yeah, it's just we had a good long streak of fun, well-made movies, and according to our schedule, we decided that this week is the week we were gonna break that streak.
It's because you guys like hurting yourselves for whatever reason.
It's true. I mean, we could watch that, or we could watch the third Twilight movie. You know.
So it's pain or pain.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, although people did make an argument for Kindergarten Cop, and I'm really about that. I'm not gonna lie.
I am totally down for Kindergarten Cop. I saw on the whiteboard we had it specifically down for Max Steel, so I was just like preparing myself.
That can change.
No. Whiteboard is law.
I mean, you're right.
The whiteboard law.
The law of the whiteboard.
Whiteboard. Our Lord and Savior.
Our Lord and Savior.
I'm big.
Bah.
Jermel just wrote Kindergarten
yeah.
Cop, please have mercy.
Logan, Sapphire's
Hello?
talking about panels at SoccerCon.
Oh, what's Sapphire saying?
Yeah.
It relates to what I was about to say to Chase.
Hello.
Hello.
Sapphire, I'm excited. Logan, the schedule for soccer came out and your panel's not on it. Oh,
Where?
All right.
I mean,
They
I mean,
probably.
they confirmed the switch happened, so the schedule might change.
Yeah.
I mean,
but
the
yeah.
thing about
I
soccer.
want to reach out to them just in
Really
case.
quick.
Yeah,
Like,
Chase.
just real quick. Yeah, go for it.
I will. Chase, I was gonna bring up with you. They still haven't contacted me.
I don't know what to say about that, but they said that you have the slot and you can do your panel.
I'm going to send them an email about it.
Do
That's
that.
fair.
Definitely do that. But the thing I was going to talk about SoccerCon panels is they have 3 waves of releases. The first wave is about a week after they tell everybody who got their panels, so that there can be a couple days of like shifting around the schedule and like getting times and all that kind of stuff. The second wave of information, and on that first wave, I should add, they print the book. So they have this big old book that they print out that they give to everybody that has a badge, and it has the first wave of panel times on it. So it's almost entirely inaccurate. Then they have a second wave, which is like a week or two before the convention starts. Like almost, I'd say probably a week. I don't know exactly when they print them, but I think it's a week before the convention starts. They have a single page that's like a big old like sheet that has all the panel times on it, and that is further updated. So Logan might be on that one. And then the third wave is up to date all the time, and it's online. So-
Chase.
yeah.
When you send them emails, do you send them emails at panels@soccercon.org?
Let me double check, but I believe that is the one.
But yes, but basically, all of this just to say that Schmucks and Project Mouthwash and Something Witty all have panels at SoccerCon.
Hooray!
Unfortunately, the Something Witty ones and the Project Mouthwash ones are going to overlap, so...
I'm
Yeah.
really, really not happy about it.
Yeah, Carrie.
I was really excited about seeing the new thing.
It's panels at soccercon.org.
Okay,
Now
thank
you'll
you.
never see it.
So I'm just going to
But
say, hey,
on the
recently
plus side, the Something Witty panel is 18 plus, and I'm pretty sure the Project Mouthwash panel is PG-13, right?
Yeah.
That was the way it was applied for anyway, so
Yeah.
unless there's some sort of change to it, it should still be 13.
I
So then, yeah.
assume we're going to work out details again with them once they contact us, which I've been waiting for because we also need to change our panel description from what it was going to be.
Right.
But yeah, assuming they, properly contact us, because I'd like to get times. Like I know the time of the panel, but I'd like to make a video nailing down like, hey, we have the panel,
I get
instead of being like, hey, we kind of maybe have the panel, we don't know.
It's true.
Apparently, it's been switched from the Schmuck Squad to no one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sapphire the Dude gave 100 bits. I'm equal parts excited and fucking terrified for SoccerCon. Not sure why.
Fucking same. Those are my exact emotions, my boy. Huh. Dude, fucking, there's Something Witty panels are always 18 plus because I can't censor myself. That's all it is.
It's true.
Okay.
It's the only reason.
Neither can Chase.
You're right.
Fuck!
Well, he's pulled off PG-13 panels, though. I'm very proud
Not
of him
without
for
saying
that.
fuck.
Without saying fuck once.
Yeah.
My boy, you can just go to town on this Something Witty panel, don't you even worry.
Thank goodness.
Just because the 18 plus, it just be you basically develop Tourette's.
Oh,
Just like blah, 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 like, oh my god, Chase.
Such freedom like I've never known.
me and Chase start singing the Bangity Bang song, but it's with the word fuck.
Our
Fuck
panel
it, fuck. Is that a fuck, fuck, fuck?
Oh,
fuck, fuck,
Project
fuck, fuck,
Mouthwash.
Our panel-
Everybody! Project Mouthwash is on the PDF. It's on the schedule.
fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, our
it's
rating
legal.
is
Yeah.
SCMA. Is that the same as PG-13?
No, that is 18
No,
plus.
that's 18
you might have
plus.
been
Yeah,
forced
that's
into
what we
that.
Oh.
You might have been forced into 18 plus because of the time slot.
No, that's what we applied for originally.
Apparently
okay.
not. You
Excellent.
applied for PG-13.
What?
Yeah, you applied for PG-13.
He's not good at
I
the
should-
panel application.
I should really help you next year.
No,
really
I didn't.
should.
I'm looking at my application. It is SCMA.
You sent me a screenshot of your application, and it was PG-13.
Fuck.
I'm looking at the email currently.
Do you want me to resend you the screenshot that you sent to me that says PG-13? Because I'm looking at that. I'm not even saying anything, like, I'm not taking a stance here. I'm
I
just
looked
telling
at the
you what you sent
screenshot on your
me.
end, and you're correct. That one says SC13, but the one I just checked it again, and it says SCMA.
I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know what to tell you.
What just happened?
The important thing is that you have a panel, it's on the
Yeah.
schedule, in the right room, and is 18 plus.
What is happening?
There you go.
Sakura-con is happening.
Have I jumped
Soccer-Con.
timelines?
SoccerCon's continuing the trend of being the worst organized con I've ever seen.
Panel submission 2018.
No. That's not fair to them. The worst organized a great con can be. There are some, like, let's be honest, they didn't get to the point of ball pit.
Oh.
You're right. You're
Yeah.
right.
Oh. Oh, hold on.
Mhm.
I think I see what happened.
Oh my
Oh
god.
no.
Go on.
All right.
I think I sent you. I think I sent you our submission from last year. Yeah, man. But fucking okay. But I
Buddy.
contacted them and they should contact me back. This is fucking
Alright.
hilarious.
You're not allowed to
But
do
yeah.
this by yourself next year, buddy. You
Buddy,
need to
next
help
year
him.
can you do the submission for me?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
This one looks a lot. This one looks a lot better actually. This one looks more like what I would want the description to be, so that makes sense.
I found the one thing Logan's not good at.
Damn.
Buddy, I'm not good at a lot of things. Don't you?
Right?
Shut up, Carrie. Well, in any case, we've got the panel, and it's 18 plus, and now we just need them to tell us we have the panel so that we can do stuff.
And it's at the same time as a Something Witty panel, so enjoy that, Sophie's choice.
Mm-hmm.
I have a humorous idea that I hope to do for our trailer that Izzy, I'll need you for.
Intriguing.
Logan, I really wanted you to do pirate panel.
Pirate panel.
But we should probably
Yeah, we should get back to the
you should get back to it while we still have time.
Yeah,
Oh shit. All right.
Ridiculous.
Okay. So, did Tor just take his turn, or? Are you-
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, yes. All right. So then it is mutated McChangstein's turn.
Oh boy.
You're enraged at me, McChangstein. I also broke your armor.
Indeed,
at
he's probably not none too happy with you at the moment. Let's see here. I think he's going to take a little bit of an attack at you.
Hit me.
Do it.
Hit
Hit him.
me.
Hit him.
What should I roll back at him?
Roll fight.
Oh,
Take this!
oh,
Oh wait, hold on. Wait. Before we, where's my thing? Okay, so that should have a +1 on it.
oh.
Gotcha. Okay, so Bip. He does 2 shifts of damage to you, but it is also increased by the bit of heat that's still on there. So that's another 2 stress. So 4 total.
I see. 4 total. Oh, it would sure suck if I had to use my moderate consequence box. I'm going to use my severe consequence box.
Oh dear God.
So what's my severe consequence, please?
Okay, so he tries to just punch down at you, and these some of the spikes on his arm start to glow a little bit red again, and he just maybe about like 3 or 4 like really sharp ones just slash across your chest.
So slashed chest.
They're so hot that there's like a little bit of like they've kind of cauterized themselves a little bit.
No, I cooled them down.
I'd like to say contextually, since I chose to take a box that is of higher damage than I took, that Hanson very much let part of this attack happen.
He like leaned into it.
If I want my fire to burn brighter.
Your severe consequence is no more ribs.
Ah!
That's fine.
1 sec while I just go fire.
I
save.
fight better without them.
They just get in the
Torso.
way.
Oof. All right, so
Rib.
okay, let me make sure. Let's see, severe consequence. Just marking that on your sheet.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I've marked that down.
Oh, sorry.
Hanson, look out, he's pointy.
Slashing
Look, it
chest.
stabs into me. I know.
You
I
got
think there's something deeply wrong with you, Hanson.
Yeah, the spikes, they're deeply inside him.
That could be it.
Hey, Brittany, I'm gonna need to borrow those invocations on this next turn.
Oh,
Oh my
What
god.
are those? What do you mean?
what do you want? I don't. Okay.
All right.
What are invocations?
Also keeping in mind that I think some of those aspects aren't really there anymore. Like weak point was probably subsumed by his armor being gone.
Yeah, Hanson distraction would. Well, I mean, he's still focused on me, so technically, is that still there?
Yeah, I see no
Fully
reason why
used
he's
spike
not.
test too?
You've definitely like done the most damage to him, so he's still very focused on you.
Yeah, exposed knee, exposed rather,
Esp-
and slippery floor would still
Exposed.
be there. All right, time for me to show this boy what happens whenever any kind of material is rapidly heated, then cooled, then heated.
All
I'm
right.
not joking. That fucks things up.
You're right.
So he's gonna take a second attack at you.
Do it. Fucking do it. I can't get stronger, but I'll take it.
All right. Roll me fight.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. So he succeeded with style.
Jesus.
Yeah, he rolled an 8. So you take 3 shifts of damage, or 3 stress, sorry, and that'll give him a bonus. So we'll say you're a little bit dazed from taking like one of your first like really direct hits, just punched straight in the face, like you
Gotcha.
like get skid back
Got
like
you
a
right
little
in the-
bit.
Got you right in the chin.
Yeah.
With your giant me-sized fist.
Yeah. So he's got like 1 invocation of like dazed on you before it's gone.
That's fine.
And,
Don't need it.
gotcha. And I think he starts kind of like walking toward you a little bit.
He's out of the water.
I didn't intend to use the water.
All right, Hanson.
All right. I'm going to use, with Brenny's permission, her both of the cooling heated spikes to go at him. Just said that I could.
Yeah, no.
So that's +4. And then that's +7. Do you want me to factor in his bonus on me, or?
Oh,
Or will you add that to his roll?
I will probably use that on his next attack.
Gotcha. In that case, I'm doing a +7 here. On top of my normal attack, because 2 invocations, and then my damage to my whole me, just the whole me right here that's been damaged. Alright. Please do well. Actually, I'm gonna do what I did last time. I'm gonna save one of those invocations for directly afterwards to see if I roll really low to just kind of save.
And remember, you decide whether you use the invocations after you roll.
I know. I'm just kind of mentally parsing it out.
Gotcha.
Oh shit.
I'll add 2 onto that with that at last invocation, so that is an 11, and then my claymore, if I beat him, would be 2 extra shifts. So for the purpose of damages, that'll be 13. For the purpose of winning, that's an 11.
11. All right, let me.
Disgusting. You like this?
I take damage, I crystallize it into rage, and then I throw it back at my enemies.
Okay. I think it's probably time I start using my own fate points here.
Oh fuck.
Oh, Izzy, no!
I've been holding back this entire time.
8 a 2, you fool.
This isn't even my final form.
No.
Okay.
Bigger spikes.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So, he rolled a 7, and you rolled, for the purposes of hitting, an 11?
That's right.
Okay.
It's a 7 to 11.
So he's going to use the dazed bonus he just got on you to get a +2, and I'm also going to use a fate point to engage blinding rage. He really, really wants to kill you.
Really
In
hates
that
them
case,
quirkless people.
seeing him raging, I'd like to use my fate point, for I'm here for a good time to push harder.
Let's see here. There we go. Okay.
That's right.
Okay. So you moved that up to 13 to hit?
13 for the sake of hitting, 15 for the sake of damage.
Gotcha. Does he have anything else that he could really invoke?
No.
Let's see. Yeah, he's going to invoke Prickly Defense. So he's going to use some of the last remaining spikes that he's still got in one of his arms to try and block.
That's not a fate point thing, is it?
Yes.
Is it a aspect?
Yep.
You can only use one of those. I'm pretty sure.
No, he can only use one. He can use each aspect
each.
once.
Right.
But yeah, he can pay a fate point to use each of his aspects once.
Giant prickly bastard.
Fucking Kenpachi if he was a porcupine.
Just like fucking fists and swords clashing off of each other, giant shock waves and fire just flying everywhere. So would that bring it up to a tie for hitting?
A tie for hitting, so then
Okay.
I get a boost off that, I think.
Yeah, you get a boost, and because you still do weapon damage, that's still like 2 damage.
Ha
But he does manage to just berserker his way through a good portion of that, and you did drain some of my fate resources.
God damn.
I need more power.
All right.
Make me more aspects.
Oh, okay, you don't gotta yell about it.
I think I do.
Ridiculous.
Guy, your turn.
That boost I can share around, so if anyone finds they need that boost, then just tell me.
Yeah, and you can decide what that boost really is when you need it.
Yeah.
So I'm still password locked out of this thing. At least. Investigate to see if I could find some clue to the password.
Yeah, investigate. Okay. You think really hard about like everything you've seen in this facility, about like what words seem to come up a lot, and for some reason the word awaken comes to mind, and you try that, and it seems to work.
Oh.
Oh my god, guys, I'm in!
Oh, that's so amazing!
Oh my goodness!
What is the screen showing me?
There's a button to open the tube, or to administer drugs that are queued up in that needle. And there are some controls for like the little grabby arms that were holding McChangstein when he was still human size.
Get him. Yeah.
Are the arms like completely busted or?
They were
Like,
they retracted up higher up into the ceiling before he got really, really big. So the tube is busted, but the arms are still fine.
okay, all right. Hey, guys, I ever tell you
Yes?
how good I am at the claw machine?
I'm really
No.
bad at that.
I'm Did the investigate count as my one roll?
Yes, that's your action.
Oh man, I got an idea for next round.
All right, Brinny, you are up.
I'm trying to think what I can do to create more advantages. Can I just make like another puddle of water, like around the area that he's heading into because he's out of this one?
Yeah, that works.
Sweet, I'ma do that.
God.
And shoot. It's less than a 4.
Oh,
Oh,
No.
why?
Okay. So you definitely do that. Don't really succeed with style, so you get 1 free invoke on that slippery floor.
Okay, I did it.
It's, I guess it's a separate, like, additional slippery floor.
Indeed. And I'm gonna stay where I am, so I think that's my turn. It's like a bigger pool. It's more of a slippery floor is what's happening.
It has been extended.
Slippy.
Draw more pencil things, is he?
Oh, right, sorry. Bleh. There. Does that work for you?
It doesn't show. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Cool.
Goes over to the other side, makes another one, trying to get Izzy to draw a penis.
God damn it. This is a wholesome show.
do we
What
have,
a when?
do we have more advantages created there?
Yee.
Yes. Yeah.
I think it's
Basically,
double one. Right, 1 slippery floor.
yeah, got another free invoke of slippery floor.
And that's my turn!
Ernest, you up?
Okay. How fire resistant would you say I am? Could I try to hold him down without burning alive?
Yes, you could.
Okay. I don't have great physique, but I want to try it. Do I get any bonuses for being either kangaroo or steel?
Oh, sorry, what are you trying to do?
Do I get? I want to grapple. Do I get any bonuses to physique for being steel or a kangaroo?
Yeah, I would say you could use some of like your steel aspects to kind of lock your body into like a statue position, making it giving you like a +2 to physique.
All right, I'm gonna try it. No.
Oh no!
It's because you aren't Thor.
You're right. This is what the universe says when anyone but Tor tries to
Exactly.
grapple.
Okay,
How's
so yeah, he definitely beat you on that one. I'm
Ridiculous.
sorry. Yeah. He's squirming around a lot more, like his rage is really getting the better of him, and it's hard to get a real hold on him.
I get that.
Yeah. All right.
Were you trying to create an advantage?
I was.
You would still get a boost.
Right. So yeah, you've at least kind of distracted him a little bit, like attention drawn or something.
Cool.
One boost.
You get one boost.
One boost.
All right, Tor.
All right. Can I use my dirt to, like, out of range, try and like lock his leg in, try and grapple him?
Yeah. Yeah, you can try and do that.
Okay. So physique, and do I get my grapple thing?
Ooh, I think yeah, we did say that your power was based on physique,
Yeah.
kind of like earthbending would be.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
go ahead and do that.
Okay. I can get my +2 for my grappler ability or whatever.
Yeah, you are still trying to grapple him, so seems like
All right.
seems like you would get the bonus.
All right. Hiya! 6.
All right.
It's no 7, but it'll do.
Let's see here.
I believe in you.
Cautiously
Oh.
optimistic.
You beat him by 1.
Yes!
Okay.
Thus, more advantages.
You got you got Ernest harrying him on one leg, and then you've like made this manacle of stone and dirt just around the other one.
Jesus.
So you've got
Ernest,
Yeah.
hold there. We'll hold them together.
Alright.
you poor boys.
You just hold him, guys.
Will do.
All right. Da-da-da-da-da.
Oh my god, no.
All right. So
My
he
God, no.
so he is going to take advantage of that boost he got on Hansen and try to attack him.
He's not allowed.
All right, here it comes. Let's do this.
He's not allowed that.
Okay. And roll fight.
Here I go with my fight.
Tell
Here
him
I go
no.
fighting again. Bop!
Okay. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay. So far he has beaten you by 2.
So far.
I expect things to change. I'm just
All
fair.
right.
It's a fair
That
assumption to make.
is a problem. All right. I'm gonna tick off my. Oh no. I'm gonna tick off my 4th physical box.
Oh.
I can take 1 shift of damage and 4 shifts of damage. This might be my last turn in, boys. We really need to.
Oh,
Ah!
get that Getsuga Tensho, my boy!
go. Okay.
Beyond!
Shit. Yeah, he also does +2 weapon damage.
Oh, fuck.
Frick.
Oh, no!
Can you take that?
The +2 weapon damage. I can.
So you would take 4 shifts total.
I'm going. Yeah, that. It covers the same box because I still have my 4-point box.
Gotcha.
But I don't have my 2 and 3, which was the main problem. So I can just keep that all in the same box.
Gotcha. Okay. So he does that to you, and while he's at it, he's going to try and take a swipe at Ernest, who's kind of bobbing around on his other leg.
No! Do I have to make a
No.
quick check?
Yes, roll. Yeah, you haven't successfully grappled him, so there's no need for you to try and take the damage. You could roll athletics.
Okay. And do I get a +2 on athletics because I'm a kangaroo?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay. So that roll there is adding your +2?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So he beat you by 2, so that's 4 shifts of damage. But you are steel, so I would say that counts as an armor rating.
I agree.
I would say that spikes don't fare as well against steel as they do flesh.
That's fair.
So rather than 4, it'll do 2.
Okay. Ow, still. I'm gonna take 2 damage, B.
Two.
2 damage, B's.
I need. Oh, I'm in such a bad spot.
I believe in you, guy.
That's okay though.
You can do it.
Thank you for lying to us, Izzy.
This is why Hanson exists, to turn all the pain the party takes into single fucking nuclear shots.
Yeah.
Ernest,
Yeah.
may I borrow your boost?
Do it.
Tor, may I have your invocation?
Do it.
Brinny, can I have yours too?
I mean, I guess.
All right, 2 boosts and 2 invocations. Let's do this.
Have
I don't
my
know,
verbal support.
Hanson's going to see everybody struggling with this and coming together to try to pull this thing down, step back, channel all of his fire onto his sword, and do the most non-copyright Getsugaten show he's capable of doing.
Excellent.
It's fine because
Brand
it's
friendly
fire.
Getsugaten show.
Ah,
That's a vegan show.
oh my god, that's
Fiery
awful.
chain cutting the dude. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So that's 4 of them. I mean, I'm gonna use 3 and just add them in and choose to add the other one on afterwards, depending on the roll as usual. So that's 6. That's a +9.
Oh my god!
I'm adding it on! I got a 19!
Oh my fucking god.
Bow, he says, for the only time in Soupcan!
Holy shit!
This is
my
gross.
God.
Oh, how does the boss boy roll?
Let's find out.
He has to be dead.
He gets negatives. All negatives.
Oh no.
So that's a 19 total?
Yep.
Okay.
21 for the sake of damage.
24 for the sake of damage. Okay. Yeah. So you load up this enormous, like, just pulsating, like, wad of fiery energy on this claymore. You unleash it. It flies toward McChangstein. He's so enraged that he thinks he can just tank that, so he attempts to punch the giant blade coming toward him. As you might expect, that doesn't work out super duper well for him.
What a fucking idiot.
It just, like, wreaths down, like it just surrounds his entire arm, like traveling down it until it gets to his head and just explodes. And as the smoke settles, he seems to be wobbling around quite a bit, and actually getting progressively smaller until finally he is down to the size of the still fairly large for a dude. Like, McChangstein's think like Terry Crews proportions.
Jesus.
Oh, jeez.
And, yeah, on wobbly legs, just kinda passes out, just face plants into the ground. He has conceded the fight.
Fuck yeah!
Did we do it? Did we win?
Hanson's gonna like point the claymore up towards the window. Oh no! Mr. McChangstein, you have the right to remain. And then Hanson falls unconscious.
Unconscious.
No!
They're unconscious. I have to finish it.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was pretty cool for a minute there.
It was very cool.
Yeah.
Gah, my monster has failed me! No, you were supposed to be perfect! I made you perfect!
Oh yeah, the bird guy's still here.
And as he's screaming that, you can see that a bit of Hanson's Getsuga Tensho traveled past McChangstein and slammed into the glass that now has a very considerable crack in it that seems to be growing larger.
Can we call it the Getsuga burn though?
Getsuga burn now.
Oh my god.
So, Tor will like use his dirt to like launch him up there and then punch the glass.
Alright, roll me physique, I believe. Yeah.
Oh fuck!
God damn it.
Okay.
Launch yourself up there and just
Ding.
Yeah, you make a real solid effort, but it's really high up, and like you're tired. You misjudged how much juice you had left in the tank, so you fall a little short of the window.
You are safer now, owl boy.
Control of the arms. What do I roll to see if I can use the arms to smash the glass?
The arms are nowhere near the glass, unfortunately. They're not. They're only meant to interact with things inside of that tube. They were never built to get near that glass.
God damn. Okay.
Tor, you want to try it again? You want me to do it?
I will do it again! Hiya! Fuck!
Okay,
That's
yeah,
not terrible.
Language.
That's
that's
a 3.
that's enough. You did it. So this time you have an accurate estimate of what it's gonna take. You fling yourself up like just a jump pad underneath you, and just fling yourself into the window, smash through it, and you just end up landing on this dude's chest.
Yeah, get him, Tor.
Oh god.
Planted on his chest, not moving at all.
There.
Hello.
That's your go-to move today, huh, buddy?
So I am willing to negotiate.
Are you now?
Yes.
Unless I slit his throat. No.
Oh my god.
Like an Avenger would do.
Like an Avenger.
I mean, maybe Black Widow.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. Oh.
It's like, please don't do this. My work is too
You are a
important.
villain.
I mean,
You are a villain. You have hurt many innocent people.
I'm willing to be remembered as a villain. If it means that people like me do not have to suffer becoming quirkless.
Make a jerk-off motion.
Ah, gross. Well, I will take you to jail now. And just bonk him on the head, knocking him out.
Give him the pageantry he deserves, says Hanson out of respect for the game.
Oh, Tor, he won't go to jail. He'll go to prison. It's different.
Right. You're
I
right.
didn't know there was a difference. Ah,
All right, so you
I just bonk him on his head, knocking him out.
you bop him on the head, and as he's losing consciousness, like, sorry, you had faith in me. I failed you.
Oh man,
And as
I'm the guy in charge. Damn it.
Ah.
I mean, in fairness, he never even told us his name in all of his
We're
speechifying.
down here and he's saying that pretty quiet.
oh, by the way, yeah, you look down and just has a name tag saying his name is Dr. Fucking Horace Anzor.
Despite
I
my
hope
pageantry
fucking-
comment, I was gonna say, I hope fucking's on the name tag.
Damn right.
Dr. fucking Horace Anzor.
He's real proud of his name.
I like to think it was less that he was proud and that there was just one asshole making the name tags who thought he was gonna just pull something funny when his boss got a little too vocal with him one day.
All right. So yeah, he says that, passes out, and you hear kind of a beeping sound like coming from his body, like just like a not a continuous beep, like a bomb or something like that, just more like a beep. And you hear over the PA system, dead man switch activated. Self-destruct sequence initiated.
We gotta go.
Uh-oh.
Detonation
Uh-oh.
in 5 minutes.
We gotta go, and we gotta get the people out of the cages. We gotta go.
All right.
All right. Jump down.
I made the
Jump back
decision to
down
be
with him.
unconscious. Deal with that.
Oh God.
I pick Hanson up as well.
I've already
okay.
lifted my weight. Now you lift it for me.
Ernest, you grab the chief. I'm gonna see if this password works on all the cells.
Yeet.
I do it. I grab the boy.
I run into the next room and try and calm everyone down.
Okay,
Okay, what do-
don't worry about the PA system. We're gonna get you guys out of here, and then we're gonna leave. Don't worry.
Did I hear a self-destruct? Oh my god!
Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. It'll be okay.
What-
Guys, we
what-
gotta do something.
What?
Are we gonna die here? Get me out of here!
We're heroes. Everything is fine. Come on.
Everything's in flames.
Everything is awful.
Everything is on fire.
Oh my
Everything's
god.
on fire.
All right, so you're trying to use the password on the cells?
Oh.
Oh, sorry, I was cutting out. What was that?
I believe so.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the password works. They all open, no problem.
Thank God, these are the lazy villains.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Gale in a while, says Hanson, unconscious.
Okay.
hope Gale's okay.
By the way,
I gotta work.
Okay, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
by the way, since it has been a while since our last session, and I feel like your characters would remember this, you tried the elevator before, but you realized that it needed a specific high clearance key card.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Get it
I
from
check.
him.
I check Owlman.
Unconscious.
Yeah.
All right, roll me investigate.
Come on, boy.
Okay.
Come on.
Bird over there.
Come on.
Woo!
You still find it.
He's got nothing. I strip him naked.
Inside, you find a very out of shape, balding scientist, just, in a wife
I
beater
found
and
nothing but
boxers.
gross.
I thought he was gonna have a bird body.
I found nothing but gross. I expected bird. No.
I thought there would be a cloaca, but there's just a butthole.
Why were you expecting his butthole?
For
Who
the
knows where he keeps the key card?
You found it in his pocket.
But not a -2. We assumed he wouldn't find it.
It was. I said you found it anyway. It was not well hidden.
It's true.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Right after that, Buddy said, I strip him naked!
It's like, why did you do this? You already found it.
I didn't hear that part.
Reason.
I didn't hear that part. It's
I
whatever.
do mean it. Sorry.
Oh my god. Okay, so you guys
All right.
are trying to round up the civilians. Brinny, why don't you roll me rapport to try and calm these people down?
Bitch. Fine. That's about right.
Okay, so you're trying your best to give a very convincing speech, but you're very small and they're screaming quite a lot,
No.
so it's hard to really get their attention. They're scattering around a bit.
You guys gotta stay here. Everybody, the people aren't listening to me. We gotta try and keep them calm, and we gotta get out of here.
As you're freaking out a little bit, if you remember Raymond, that dude you saved from the holding cell, is kind of in the hallway here. It's like, listen to her. She knows what she's talking about. She's a hero. She's here to save us. She can lead us to the exit. And I'm gonna.
Yes, listen to my best friend, Brinny.
She
Okay.
is overwhelmed with emotion. My God. Some stranger just called her a hero.
Aw.
Like, oh my.
With that, they he's just loud enough to get their attention, and they turn their attention to the tiny girl that they had previously been overlooking.
Yeah. Hi. We have to leave, and I think there's an elevator or something that we can use to get out of here.
Oh God, I really hope so. Oh God, I don't want to die here. I don't want to die underground.
Yeah, me neither. We should go. You guys, we gotta go. Yeah.
Okay.
In case of emergencies, the stairs should be taken instead of elevators, but we don't have another choice.
Somebody
Downstairs.
has me. Somebody has me, right?
Yeah, I have
Yeah, Tor has me.
No, you're back in the room.
you.
Okay.
We left you to die.
Can I?
And
Can
the
I
villain.
impose something on myself, by the way, just because of the ridiculousness of what happened in that battle?
Okay.
I'd like to imagine the claymore is not broken, but the handle at least is melted and contorted.
Gotcha.
Not beyond use, but now it has like the perfect imprint of my hand in the metal, clutching the handle.
And you like never let go of it.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
Great.
All right. What's everybody else doing?
Moving to the elevator.
Going to the elevator with the Owlman and
Where was it?
Hanson.
Also, fucking,
Ernest, you've got the chief, right?
we need to get
Yes, I
Gale,
do.
man.
We haven't
Gale's
even rounded the corner yet.
Yeah, I think Ernest might be the only one who for sure knows where Gale is, because I remember you walking in on his unconscious body after the flashbang.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah. He's fine. He'll live.
Where's Gale? Has anyone seen Gale?
He's in the room over there. Keep moving to the elevator.
Where the hell's he been this whole time?
He's been unconscious. Pick up his cat body and run.
Oh no.
All right.
Okay. I pick him up. I pick up him as well.
Oh no,
Okay.
fucking
He's a tiny
guys,
cat.
guys got him. Guys
I-
got him.
I don't know
Okay.
if as we pass this other room on the opposite side of the hall, I don't know if those other guys are in there, like the other minions.
Yeah,
We're in there.
they're still in various states of either unconscious or terrified, staring at a wall.
Get your shit together. The building's exploding. Come with
We
us.
gotta go.
What? Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And
Pile of civilians.
they come with you. Can you guys
No.
roll? All of you roll me athletics.
Oh shit.
No.
Okay.
I mean, except for the ones who are unconscious.
Oh god, no.
Oh no.
Well, goodbye, guy.
Okay.
Drops
So,
Guy, you have not been really well tonight.
No.
Okay.
Cool if my plan with the arms had worked, but the arms were too short.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Take
I'm
this!
sorry.
My arms like fucking like 10 feet away
Just-
from the glass.
All right. Okay, so you guys are just booking it with these civilians toward the elevator. You managed to find it, no problem. Guy is lagging a little bit behind as like these explosions are getting louder and a lot closer. Y'all are fine. Guy, can you roll me another athletics check?
Oh, that's
Okay. Okay. So.
There is a hell of a motivator!
Yeah, as you like see these explosions getting closer, it's just this like surge of fight or flight adrenaline, and you run faster than you ever have before. You just dive into the elevator, just push everybody else in with you, and like the door closes just as like a wall of fire is getting right up to the door, and like just a little bit of it licks through the crack in the door as it closes.
Ah, nailed it!
See, we're
wait.
fine.
So are all of us and all of these civilians crammed into this elevator?
Yeah, it's like an industrial elevator. What with this being the remains of like a factory, so it's got a lot of space. It's cramped to be sure, but you were all able to get inside, if not comfortably. All right. So that's pretty much it for that map.
Tor, did you hear that guy call
Yes.
me a hero?
I did.
It's really cool.
Oh my god, you were like an Avenger.
All right.
Should join them.
We should totally join the Avengers.
Heck
I'm
yeah.
gonna put a hand on Brittany's shoulder and say thank you for being Tor's new best friend.
What are you talking about, best friend? I can have multiple.
We're all best friends.
Exactly.
Just when I thought I was out.
If anyone's gonna best friend him, it's gonna be me.
Well,
I know. Pat.
Still
I'm on the floor of the elevator clutching Gale. Nah, I'm fine. Thanks for asking, guys.
Why didn't you use your rocket skates?
Yeah.
Here, really fucks with your head.
Just
Getting
like
square.
long silence.
Yeah, language, guy. Jeez.
Gosh.
Did anybody grab the chief?
Yeah, I had the chief.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't move him because he's not.
I
a
just saw
token.
his
I can-
icon over there, and I was just like, I hope he made it.
Yeah. Yeah, don't worry. You guys got everybody.
I don't. He's awful.
Okay, so the elevator opens up in the back of the factory, a place you didn't like super investigate the first time because it was like way in the back of like another room. But you can feel the floor underneath you rumbling, and like parts of it are starting to like crumble into the floor below.
Oh.
So yeah, things are starting to come down around you. Can you all roll me athletics?
Stop it. Stop making us do this.
Ah!
Oh.
Are we gonna make
okay.
no?
Nope.
Oh God, are we making no attempt to save the woman that we left under the crates?
I mean, that's up to you.
Oh shit. She's fine.
Uh-huh.
Damn, Ernest. Fuck.
Darn
it.
You know what? A -2 is appropriate for that.
Unconscious.
Okay. Yeah, I believe Mackie is talking about Iron Maiden, who you guys made an acid hole and then threw her in and put a bunch of crates on top of her.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are those crates thus far undisturbed? Is she still down there?
Some of the more precarious ones, like near the top of the pile, have fallen over because of the shaking, but there's still like 1 or 2 solid ones on top of that hole.
Oh boy.
Okay, so you all rolled. Okay, that's pretty good. I'd say Tor is kind of lagging behind a bit. Just
Carrying
one.
like 2 people.
Yeah,
Yeah, right?
that makes sense. Do you, just one of you want to roll rapport to try and keep the civilians and your captured foes calm?
Well.
I'm not super great with rapport.
Yeah, I have like 1 in rapport.
I have a +2.
Oh.
Do it, go Tor.
Please, please.
It's okay, everybody! We're doing just fine!
You know what? I don't believe him, but we have limited options, so I say we just run. Yeah!
Yeah.
So yeah, people are just like fucking trying to duck and weave around this collapsing floor. Nobody is falling in now,
You're all
thankfully.
doing so well.
Be careful. Be careful, everybody.
You get near the front of the entrance where you guys came in the first time, where the boxes are still stacked up. If you guys want to do anything there, or you can roll athletics again to try and make it the rest of the way.
I'll wake up eventually.
Someday.
One day.
If I get a +1 or higher, I'm gonna wake up. But I'm not.
Let's.
Sorry, what are we rolling?
I know, it's just Hanson fucking around.
Either roll
Alright.
athletics to try and get the rest of the way, or if someone wants to do anything about Iron Maiden under the boxes, you are now right up
I will
on
set
her.
down Hanson and Owl Boy, and try to move the boxes, and get her out.
I'm gonna move over to Tor and hand him the police chief and say, I'm made of metal right now. I can probably tank an explosion better than you can. Get everybody out of here. I'll do my best.
You're like, put down Hanson, put down the other, like, okay, now to oof, and you just get another person. put it on you.
Yet another boy.
Keep moving.
And I pick up Hanson.
Oh my god.
Okay. Good luck, boy.
Okay.
Oh.
So I am going
So
to.
close.
I'm
Wait.
going to attempt to do the thing.
If Guy picks up Hanson, then I'll pick up Gale.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Cool.
I wasn't saying that I dropped Gale.
No, I know, but I'm just saying. So
I'm
that we're
try-
each
well,
carrying
I'm trying to-
something.
I'm trying to carry 3 people at once.
Of course.
Now you're down to
you are.
2. You're down to 2.
You're down to 2.
I am?
You got the police chief and you have the villain.
Put down
it's-
Hanson.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna
Hanson's the
pick him back
guy-
up.
Guy has Hanson.
Guy took Hanson.
Okay.
Guy grabbed him when you put him down. He took a chance.
Hey, that's mine!
Everyone wants a cut. Everyone wants the limited edition Hanson.
You're right.
The limited edition that took down the fucking... whatever it was.
The spiky
I want
bone
Mr.
boy.
Inventario in my inventory.
McBonestein. That's what we'll call that boss, McBonestein.
Bones.
Perfect.
Oh, I'm sure he'll love that.
Oh, I'm sure.
Okay. So with that, it is now time for Ernest to try to get some of these crates off of there. So is that athletics or physique?
That would be physique.
Okay. So I am gonna try to physique those boxes off of there. Ebe. Okay.
Yeah, that's enough. You deftly just hurl them aside with your steel kangaroo strength. You just kick some of them out of the way. And near as you can tell, Iron Maiden still looks pretty unconscious, but otherwise unharmed.
Okay, I'm gonna pick her up and start moving her out.
All right. All right. Everyone roll, I guess, one last athletics check to make a mad dash for the door.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's a
Gonna
thing.
make it, Hanson!
Oh god.
Hanson did roll and I did wake up, so if you want, he can get on his feet and make his own check.
Ooh.
Who was he being carried by at the time?
Oh god.
I
Let's
get a
see.
+2 to activate the rocket skates now that people brought that to my attention.
Let me
Once,
check how those actually worked.
In any case, once he comes to, Hanson would immediately fling himself off of anyone who was carrying him.
Sleepyhead.
Gotcha.
Ugh. Oh, we're back up top. What happened? Where'd he go? Did I take him down? Did he hear my quip? Did I finish the quip?
You,
You didn't finish the quip, no.
Damn it! You didn't finish the quip.
oh,
Got you covered.
or I was gonna tell him
Okay.
what he did so that he felt good. No.
It's okay, I finished it.
Why are we
He
running?
did. He finished it for you. The
Everything's
place is exploding.
But I like it when everything explodes.
Not when you're inside it. Come on, let's go.
Like, as you say that, Hanson, like, a piece of the roof, like, just falls down and narrowly misses, like, beating you in the head.
You know he wouldn't be spooked by that.
I know. It's just,
Just
it's a
falls out
funny
of-
image.
Ah, I see.
I like it when things explode. It does hit him in the head. He's knocked out again, and guy picks him back up without missing a beat.
I'm going to
Guess we're
roll
doing
athletics to see if I dodge the thing falling.
Oh.
I do,
You
unfortunately.
definitely do. Okay.
Alright, it's not. This isn't an exciting kind of explosion. Fine. Let's leave.
Okay, so everybody except for Guy was able to make that check.
Rocket skates.
Rocket
everywhere.
skates. Rocket skates.
I think that would take an action to activate them.
Oh no.
You're not carrying Hanson anymore, so you contextually you're doing better than you were anyways.
Yeah, we'll just say that gives you like a +2 from no longer having to carry Hanson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hooray.
And yeah, you all all of you, all of the civilians, all of the villains, manage to make it out before the entire place just caves in on itself, and there's just a giant dust cloud obscuring everyone.
I was gonna say I activate my quirk and
We
try to
did
get
it.
rid of the dust, but I don't want to cause the dust explosion, so I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
Those are bad.
Oh god.
In the
Put in my gas mask so I don't have to breathe in this shit.
yeah, that would be pretty toxic. Yeah, in the kind of as you exit the building, you can hear police cars starting to get close to you, kind of rounding the corner.
Just in time.
Indeed, it seems somebody overheard all the explosions and called the cops.
Ridiculous.
I mean, if it was only the explosions that alerted them, I mean, good on the cops for being on the ball. Damn.
For
Hanson
once.
looks at his hand that has melted into the sword, heats up his hand enough that he can, like, pry his hand out of the handle.
Oof. All right. So yeah, the cops arrive. They try and get a sense of the situation. They come out guns drawn. Probably a bad decision, but they eventually figure out what's kind of going on, and that everyone who would be a threat has been apprehended. And
Who saved all of these people?
It's true.
Good guys over here.
Okay. Who are you?
Weird.
I-
Heroes.
I
We're
think the
licensed
question you-
heroes.
I think the question you should be asking gets McChankstein, throws him over in front of them, is who is this?
Oh my God, boss! What happened to you? Why are you naked? What
We all
What
got
did you
caught
children
up in
do
the
to
same
him?
Thing he did.
Oh no! Now I'm picturing. I don't know. Maybe ask him. Throw in the fucking still naked bird dude.
He's not completely naked. He's still wearing like fucking like a wife beater and boxers.
Okay.
Yeah, I just thought it'd be funny. Like, how
No,
many
no, I
questions
took
and
off the
answers?
wife beater.
Oh, jeez.
We're
Why?
just throwing one naked man on top of another.
Your
Brady's, like,
chief and
got a
all of us
hand
got
over her
caught
eyes.
up in the same situation. We just got through breaking out.
Oh. I guess. Well done.
Yeah.
Didn't realize this town had any heroes. God, nobody tells me anything. Well done. Like, gives you like an awkward thumbs up, and it's like I guess looks for people to arrest and starts like putting handcuffs on some of the
Your
guys
boss
in
is a
suits.
butthole.
It really is.
Or Franny.
What?
He's right though.
And it's like on the ground, just face down. You know, I deserve that.
It's true, you do.
You kids didn't have to save me or any of these people. Good on you. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I can't say that I'm ashamed to say I may not have done the same in your situation.
Should
I
fix
mean,
that.
that's what makes us heroes.
Well,
Chief McChankstein, you have the right to become a better person.
Hey, you did it!
He didn't hear my first one, so I get to use it again.
True.
High five, high five, Hanson.
High five.
I see the high fives are going on, and I want a high five.
I'm sorry. It's just, I mean, when I was a kid, all I wanted to be was just a super cool cop, and for a while, I was living the dream. But then more and more heroes started cropping up, and nobody wanted to be a cop anymore.
Because heroes are cool.
Yeah, but cops are cool too and super, super important.
I mean, yeah, but we don't really get the best recruits. People only tend to be a cop if you don't have a quirk and can't cut it as a hero. And I'm no different.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But can I ask you can I get you a favor? He's like hushed whisper as he's like trying to get up.
Maybe?
Could you maybe not tell my men about what went on in there? I don't remember a lot, but I get the feeling that I may not be as quirkless as I once was.
Sure.
Okay.
If you tell them that we were only breaking out, then that shouldn't be a problem.
Like you were kidnapped.
That's right.
Ah.
Not like we went and found a bar and beat people up at the bar and then used that information to find our way here and abducted a person, then broke into a facility and then beat up a bunch of people without a license.
I hold up, I hold up the forged hero license. Also, please instate these as official.
He like kind of like squints at you a little bit, like looks side to side, like see if anyone's really paying attention. I believe we have a deal.
Really?
Also, I am naked. I am just now becoming acutely aware of that
Oh,
fact.
you're so naked.
Witty looks away.
Does anyone have some very large clothing? Like
Yes.
like a triple XL?
Yes.
Grab the,
Store starts just stripping.
Oh, no, Tor. Do you have the
What?
bird suit? Give him the bird suit.
That would
Nah, that
not be
wouldn't be-
big enough.
No, that wouldn't be.
Something.
Are we anywhere near the water?
No, you're more central. You're like the center of the south side of town.
The building we just came in out of blew up and whatnot, right? So it's wreckage.
Yeah, it is a pile of rubble.
I'm gonna go and I'm gonna like stand on the perimeter of the wreckage and look at my contorted, broken, melty sword.
Oh.
And have some thoughts.
Oh no.
Okay. Can you roll me notice real quick?
Sure. That's 3.
As you're having this really cool superhero like stare off into the distance moment, you notice that in that distance, on another rooftop, are about 3 men in some familiar looking bird jumpsuits. But theirs are all black with red eyes, just kind of watching. And then like as you're like trying to like pick out more details, you blink and they're just gone.
Oh.
All right. That gives me something to focus on, I guess. If I'm gonna take this hero thing seriously.
All right. You got any of you other guys want to do something?
I'm
Tor's
at
just
the
naked.
moment. At the moment, I don't. Tor, why are you still naked?
Right, they said they needed clothes.
Covering my eyes.
At the moment, I'm just. That while we are still at hero school, we have official hero licenses.
Preliminary hero licenses.
It's a hero license.
Hero license.
I heard the words hero and license in the same sentence.
All right.
It's only the beginning of our great adventures.
So, okay. So, as like the
Also-
dust. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was gonna go over to the police chief or whatever, dude. He's like, hey man, don't give quirkless guys, slack or anything. Have you ever heard of this really cool dude named Nick Fury? Not a single power on him. Still a cool guy.
He's right.
Nick Fury?
Or
You
Black
mean like
Widow?
you
or
mean
Black
like
Widow?
the comic book
Or
characters?
Hawkeye?
He's right.
No, he's yeah, he's in that documentary.
Do a quick motion with my hand, like. Oh.
Yeah.
Do not do this.
Hanson walks up and like motions to Ernest, who I'm pretty sure is still Metal Kangaroo or
now.
Iron Man.
Yeah.
No.
All right. So he kind of like raises an eyebrow at Tor, kind of looks at the rest of you who seem to be doing like the "good, don't say anything" kind of motion.
Yeah, man.
He's like, "Yeah, I think I may have heard of them. Heroes down south, right? Real
Yeah,
stand-up guys."
I agree.
Also, like, Guy doesn't have powers, so, like, why didn't you say him?
I was gonna say something, but that felt kind of like a dick move for me to call him out when he's trying to be nice.
Guy's got money.
As soon as one was like, I know this cool guy without powers, I immediately was picturing Guy like perking up. He's like, Nick Fury. I was like, oh, I see how it is.
Oh no!
Oof.
That's amazing.
If our field trip is over with, which I think it just about is, we should head back to the school.
Yeah, I'm not feeling so good. I kind of want to lay down for a little bit.
If you guys remember,
I'm fine.
you were on this field trip because the school is flooded, and it's been like a
Right.
day.
Oh, crap.
Let's go get something to eat. Let's go to a restaurant.
I want to
And then
go.
we had shawarma.
God.
Please.
I want
no.
to go get the. I want to go get the shirt.
Yeah,
And pants.
you should get a shirt.
Still awkwardly not looking at you.
Yeah, like
Or
which pieces of
Shiloh
clothing?
Babs,
Which
the most beautiful man
Buddy,
you'll ever
stop.
see.
I don't need another ship with you, okay?
too late. The seed has been planted.
No!
Infertile soil.
By the way, which pieces of clothing did you give to McJangstein?
He gave him his pants and his shirt,
All right.
so he's walking around in his boxers right now.
Gotcha.
Also,
Oh wait, sorry, tidy whities.
Of course. Yes, of course.
Also, I have to say, in the day that McShangstein gets a quirk, he's dressed in the uniform of a hero's
Oh.
Oh, that symbolism.
Amazing.
Oh. All right. So as the dust settles and like everyone's getting sorted out, civilians are like the police make sure that they're able to get back to their homes. They like take them back to the precinct first for questioning, make sure they can get an accurate assessment of everything that happened. Over the coming days, people kind of give you bits and pieces. Not sure if it ever came up like in character, but that organization was apparently known as Minerva. They're fairly well known. They're like an international like crime syndicate of kind of rogue scientists who think that there's too many laws in place to determine what kinds of experiments they're allowed to do, especially concerning quirks. So they just kind of do their own thing. They like specialize in super science and like arms dealing, that sort of stuff.
You might say they are really fond of advanced ideas and occasionally dabble in mechanics.
So,
So,
Over the-
guy
over
gets
this
hit by a
period.
rogue piece of shrapnel right through the heart.
There you go.
yeah. Oh, Hanson does want to have a sit down over food somewhere at I don't know, a Burger King or an A&W or something, and talk to the group at
Yeah.
some point.
Yeah, go
Am
for
I
it.
still naked?
Well, I mean, if a couple days have passed, you're probably good.
Okay.
Yeah, you also find out that they kind of went through the wreckage of the facility. A lot of the data was apparently automatically deleted with that dead man switch, but they were able to ascertain that there was a very huge file dump that was just sent to an so far unknown location right before they deleted everything.
Oh. Fun.
And yeah, that's about what you know so far.
On the shawarma.
So,
What a fun school trip.
so whenever you guys are eating, let's say it's a Denny's, just cause Hanson
As
wants
well.
to be eating a skillet is why.
I feel like Forgotten Falls definitely has a Denny's.
Oh my god. Also, we're teenagers. Come on. We're definitely gonna be in
So
Denny's.
nerds. This whole thing make you guys think any different about being heroes?
No.
Not really.
I see.
I was
I
super
would-
excited anyway.
Wish I could have gotten the stupid control panel to work a little bit sooner, but yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, we saved a lot of people, and I didn't get shot, so I'm gonna call that a win.
Yeah.
That's
and-
good.
Yeah, and like, I really want to like be as cool as Hanson or Tor, or as smart as Guy or Ernest, but I feel like I really helped today.
Are you kidding me? You're cooler than us.
You mean, but it's not the same day. You helped before.
Before, when we did the hero thing, that's what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you're way cool.
I was wondering. Have you guys put any thought into hero names?
No.
No. Why, do you have one? Do you have a super cool one?
I don't give a crap about becoming a hero.
I mean, that might be a lie.
But if I did. He, like, looks at his hand, having... Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention, I wanted him to have discarded the claymore off into the wreckage, considering it not usable after what he did to it.
Gotcha.
I was thinking... Flamberge.
What does that mean?
Ooh.
It's a sword that is named for fire.
Oh,
That's so
Like it.
neat.
But I don't want to be a hero, so I'm never gonna call myself that.
Sure. Sure.
All right, Flame Birch.
Nah.
You're flame rich now.
I wanted to know what you guys wanted to be called.
I don't know.
If we're gonna have these hero licenses, we should be prepared to address ourselves by names that match whatever we're gonna call ourselves. Would help your careers, I don't know.
Point.
Good call,
Someone
Flame
did
Birch.
different.
You're right, flame birch.
You call me that again. I swear to God,
What will you do?
I will kill you.
This is a Denny's.
I don't think you Right you are!
Like the camera just slight pan to Steel Kangaroo. This is a Denny's.
Calm down, Flanberg.
Call me Flamberge in public!
Just in private then, okay.
No! Never!
I don't have a name.
Have to give it some thought.
Dirt Fist. I did.
It's pretty cool.
Did it.
You did it, Tor.
I could be like raindrop, but like rain, like a queen rain. Yeah, it's pretty
Oh,
stupid.
like-
I know.
Queen Rain.
Or like Rain Queen, or like...
Yeah. No, like
something.
like raindrop, like a raindrop, but rain
Yes.
spelled like a queen rain. I know it's pretty stupid, but I don't know, maybe.
I think it's fine.
Go for it.
Hmm.
Own that pun.
Ernest can be Sun Eater.
I can't eat the sun. What?
Oh.
That's a weird
Yeah.
name.
Yeah, that's a really weird name.
It doesn't have to be factual. It just sounds really cool.
Yeah. I'm not feeling that one on you, Ernest. I don't think that one fits.
I think I've heard that one before. That's fair.
Ernest, do you have any ideas?
I mean, not really. I hadn't really given it that much thought.
Neither would I.
Fucking liar.
I love him so much. Like,
The best.
Hanson is just like aggressively looking down at his skillet and eating, being like, I seem like I'm the only one that put this much thought into being a hero, and that is not what I wanted from this conversation. Fuck!
You're on your way to be the best among us.
No!
Okay.
You're a paragon.
I was just thinking that because I really liked using that sword, that maybe it would be appropriate. And I thought if I got equipment made that was like a sword that could channel my fire, that'd be really cool. And then I thought, what would I call myself? And I thought about the sword, and it's... I don't even care. Hands crossed, arms crossed, leans back.
I get to be the
You can only
Sandman.
hope to live up to your example.
Mm-hmm. I think you're gonna be a really great hero someday, Flamebridge.
I agree.
Sinks in the seat.
I agree, Flamebirch.
Oh my god, come up with your own names and stop saying mine.
Okay, Flamebirch. What about you, Ernest?
I don't have a name that I figured out yet. I don't know what you want from me.
A name. Tell me a name.
No.
You know
Give
what?
me a name.
Until further notice, she like points to each of you. Brinny, you're Puddle.
Oi.
Tor, you're
Yes.
Rockhead. Ernest, you're Gullet. Guy, you're Swiss Fanny Pack. There. Until you correct these names.
I like
Hi,
Rocket.
Bakugo.
It's a pity that Gale got transferred to another school.
That's upsetting. That's why I love it. It's not fair.
Truly a pity.
I'm okay with that name.
Puddle?
Yeah.
No!
I was really liking Raindrop.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, I like that.
Aw.
Hey.
Maybe I can somehow do both. Like, that can be my hero name, and Puddle can be my special Hanson name.
Raindrop sounds pretty cool, says God.
Hanson like puts his hands up in like the imagination pose. Puddle, the soggy hero.
The moist hero.
Oh, no.
Gullet sounds really gross, but in like a threatening sort of way. So like,
Yeah.
Stop liking the names I gave you.
Swiss Fanny Pack is by far my favorite. Like,
It's pretty good.
oh, so good.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Says a secondary god.
I'll think of something, but whatever. Swiss fanny pack until I think of something better.
I don't know.
Everyone's okay with these supposedly insulting names.
I don't understand you people.
It's the best. You're trying so hard to be mean, and we're like, oh, Hanson.
What a softie.
What a little, what did they call it? Tsundere?
Mm-hmm.
I raise my glass in the air. To Flamebird, the hero we all live up to.
To Flamebird!
Yay!
This is lame.
You're lame.
Geofist. I got it.
Ooh.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
I did it.
Should probably wrap up because I'm locked.
Indeed,
Alright,
yeah.
now you.
Alright.
Now the rest of you. Fuck you.
Toy language!
Okay, so yeah, we should probably wrap things up. So yeah, over the next couple of days, you guys, the city just like puts you up in a hotel while the school is being deflooded for a while, and you can kind of see the newspapers over the next couple of days, and it seems like Mick Changstein was true to his word. Everyone's reporting that some young children were mistaken for Quirkless by Minerva and kidnapped, and heroically saved the day, including the police chief.
Woo!
So, yeah, you guys, like, as news spread, like, you're getting some, like, looks, you're getting some thumbs ups. And because it is still Forgotten Falls, where there are a few dickholes who hate people with quirks, you get the side eye from a couple people, but the majority of people are like, wow! Yeah. But yeah,
That dude from Avatar with the like,
yeah,
seeing the Avatar foaming at the mouth.
exactly. There's bare minimum one of those guys.
Good.
All right. But yeah, also, Frank, who originally asked you to investigate this to find his sister, is incredibly grateful. You guys give him a very tearful reunion with his sister, and he offers, like, if you need anything, like, I am here for you. Like, say the word. And, yeah, eventually, kind of a week or two goes by. You're able to move back into the school now that everything's been fixed up. And you actually, you're just in the middle of classes when the PA system comes on. Sounds like probably Vice Principal Sherwin. Could the following students make their way to the principal's office? You have a visitor. Guy, Ernest Hansen, Tor, Brynny, and Gale. Please report immediately.
You didn't say any last names. There's no way to know that that's us.
This school has like 30 students.
How did he
I
hear
only-
me?
How many Brynnies do you think we have? That's right, we installed two-way intercoms in this school.
That's always on.
I hear everything. And see
Isn't that like a-
everything.
Like sitting up straight, he looks at like when he sits up straight, looks into the corner, and there's just a camera slowly zooming in on her.
The camera, like, produces, like, tiny little robot arms that do the whole, like, pointing to eyes and then pointing at you.
We'll be right there, sir.
See that you do.
Looks at Hanson. Haha, you got called to the principal's office.
All right.
Still naked.
God damn it.
Decided that's his hero costume.
No one provided you with a replacement set of clothes.
He doesn't have any money, so he can't buy his own.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Got a superhero named a workshop, guys. Hey, Flamebirch, how does this sound?
What?
Did you say
Did you
anything?
say it?
Incredible, I love
Hello? Hello?
Oh, hello.
Oh, no, say it.
Flamebirch,
That one's
how does
taken.
this sound? Hello? Can you hear me?
We can hear you, but every time you say it, you go silent.
Flavor, what? Flavor, how does this sound? What?
Gadgeteer!
Gadgeteer?
I like that.
Yeah, I guess it's.
Musketeer, but gadgets?
I guess it suits you. I guess.
Yeah!
That's really cool.
It sounds kind of
really
stupid
likes
though.
it.
That's a super nerd hero name. I hope you're okay with that. Being a nerd hero. Goodbye, Gadgeteer, the nerd hero, walks away.
Oh my
Is
god.
Flamebirch the ultimate hero?
Shut up!
So do you guys make your way to the principal's office?
I'm right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you all make your way toward the very ominous principal's office. It is still located on top of a pyramid of skulls in a lake of acid.
Oh yeah.
And as you make your way down the walkway, they seem to have just kind of met you halfway at the base of the pyramid. You recognize Sherwin and and Soupcan Jim, but there is a third gentleman waiting for you.
Oh.
It's like, hey kids, well, I'm so proud of you children, taking it upon yourselves to go save those people. It brings a tear to my eye.
Oh,
Oh,
that's so.
no need to mention it, sir. Thank you.
Hi.
Indeed.
Who are you?
No, that was Jim.
Oh.
Oh, that was Jim.
Yeah,
All right.
sorry.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
So, yes, let me introduce you to our city's fine mayor. He points to the gentleman, and now that you really get a good look at him, he looks kinda odd. Like,
Everything at our school. Go on.
Yeah.
like, he's just like dressed in like a very nice suit, but his face is kind of misshapen, and you can't really place why immediately, but eventually it becomes obvious that he's like wearing like a human mask, but whatever's underneath is not human shaped. It's got like a kind of a longer snout.
Oh.
Well, that's fun.
You recognize this very well, guy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
What with him being your dad and all.
Hey, Dad. What's going here?
Son, I'm so proud of you, old chum. Well
He
done.
is your daddy.
Gadgeteer, the nepotism hero.
Oh shit.
I was so impressed with the courage you boys and girl displayed in that situation. Well done. And I'm here to make an offer. How would you kids feel about running your own hero agency? And cut.
That sounds very irresponsible.
That's not a good idea.
Cut into next game. No, leaves.
Lame.
Well, Hanson.
Fail.
Well, Logan doesn't want to do the rest of the campaign. Guess he's not in future game.
No.
Oof.
Huh. Just under the wire.
Oh, you did it, my boy.
We've done it.
Woo! Fucking, this is the worst and best offer they could have gotten.
Who is the leader? I mean, obviously it's Flamebird.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no!
He's the leader of the crew.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one who inspires us all to do better.
Flamebirch, the depressed hero.
Oh my gosh.
No.
The irritated by his supposed friend's hero.
That's how you know they're his friends.
No!
Also, Jamel, I'm glad you like the cliffhanger, and I hope it's not another 3 months, but we'll see. It's really just a matter of people's schedules lining up.
We're trying, man.
In using that sword and such, I sort of got a different image of Hanson, which is why I wanted to go Flamebirch.
Dude,
You guys know what those are, right? They're,
Yeah.
they're wavy swords that are specially designed so that when they hit other weapons, they cause vibrations that make it hard to hold on to them.
Oh, then I'm just thinking of a different kind of sword, actually. But I thought I knew what you were talking about, and I actually got it mixed up with a different kind of sword.
Did you get it mixed up with a Zweihander?
I double check it, but like, yeah, like it was like, oh yeah, no, sword, I get that, and then you described like,
Ooh.
Yeah.
Copy image.
Torrent is
It also
really cool,
leaves-
man. I like that.
It also leaves really fucking
Torrent?
irregular cuts, and it makes it really hard to deal
Nice.
with.
Right?
Yeah.
Also, the idea that we've been at school for like a week and it's like, all right, so now we have an association. Wait, what?
True.
Someone just
Someone took
rang the doorbell. Did anyone order food?
Nope.
The Aaron?
Aaron might have you.
I
Yeah,
heard some movement from Aaron's room next to me, so.
things have started spiraling out of control. Things are happening very
Ridiculous.
quickly.
Oh.
Well, on that note, I'm closing up Fantasy Grounds on my end, and I'm gonna head on down to meet up with you guys for the Unlock stream.
Heck yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Also, yeah.
Thanks to everyone who came out.
Yes.
Holy shit.
Oh, Sapphire
Yeah.
makes a very good point. Like, for in between games, Sapphire and Dante write Soupcan fanfic. So if you need your Soupcan, you can read those.
Yeah.
Man.
Should hold you over.
Mm-hmm.
Get it down.
Heck yeah.
It's a very good time.
Crimson Dragon started writing a Maha-Cannon and Soupcan crossover fanfic. Oh no!
Oh,
my
dear God.
You sent that to me?
You said that to me? How dare you?
Specifically to me.
It was a mistake.
So good. Do it. Do it though. I need it.
Do the thing.
She's a monster.
I am a monster. A garbage trash person who really enjoys fanfic.
It's
The
true.
fiction gremlin strikes again.
You right?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, Yeah, it's like
It's-
6 p.m. now, so
yeah.
we have to wrap up. 'cause
So we gotta go.
Wrap up.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry, there won't be much of a post stream.
We're so sorry, but we love all of
Yeah,
you.
we love all of
Thank
you.
for joining
Bye,
us.
everybody.
Goodbye.
Life is miserable.
Bye.